My mic was muted at the start of this, so that little pause where I'm not talking, I literally didn't mute my headset. But welcome back, everyone, to another FaceIt cast. Technically, the last FaceIt cast of the season, which is kind of sad. The season, I feel like it's kind of blown by for me. It's been like 10 weeks, 11 weeks-ish straight of casting. Definitely some time passed, but kind of sad that it is. But thankfully, we're going to do hopefully a banger. Here we got Fallen Angels. We got Mouse5 in the grand finals. The entire seasons have been building up to this, and I am just so excited to cast this one. Mouse5, they're a team that I love. They casted this since the beginning. I did a lot of games of Mouse5 during the regular season just because they always went to map 5. I've been able to do very many in the playoffs, so I haven't gotten to see what they're going to be like potentially playing today or targeting. So I'm really interested in seeing what they decide to do here against a really good Fallen Angels team. Obviously, they had to make a little bracket run. They got knocked down pretty early on in the tournament, but they've survived for basically this entire time. They've been playing well. We casted them on Friday. They looked very good. So I'm pretty interested to see how this matchup kind of plays out. We'll get into it right a little bit later, but we can preview this Mouse5 team. I mean, Play Toys, Ender, Nino, Bungachugo, and Dez. I'm pretty sure Kaori is coming in for Ender, depending on the map. I'm sure it's like a bands thing, right? Like, what do you want to play? But this team's been together for the entire season. They've had their ups, they've had their downs, but, consistently, these are the players that have been playing. Play Toys, very good on the Zarya, and Ender was on the Vendetta early in the season, and this team was running it down on the Zar Vendetta. They looked very good, but obviously the meta has changed since then. We are in a Cat Bastion meta now, and I'm curious to see how they can adjust. They have a great backline in Destiny and Bunkachunko, and then Nino on the hit scan off-rolling this season has been doing very well, and obviously they haven't dropped a game in playoffs so far. They made it through the winner's bracket all the way here. You got to give them props for that because they're clicking at the right time right now, and they're going to run into a Fallen Angels team that is red hot, running through the lower bracket, brink of elimination every single game. They've managed to come up with the goods every single time they're called. Bootchop and Ghost on the tank. Bootchop the Malga player and Ghost the Doom Hazard player coming in for when Malga is banned. But we should primarily be seeing Bootchop for most of the maps this series. Nyanza on the hit scan. Martian on Flex DBS, the Tracer player. Does play some Echo. We could see him flex a little bit, but I'd be kind of surprised. I think it's going to be primarily a Tracer angle from him today. Kree is on the bench. He's the Genji guy. You could see them coming for a double flex look at times as well. And then Benji and Catch rounding it out here in the back line. Very flexible, not one tricks to kind of accommodate around the bans and what Fallen Angels want to play. They're a very lethal team. And honestly, I think they may be a lot of people's favorites to win tonight. I'm not 100% sure who is going to win tonight. I'm just going to pray that it goes to map 7. Mouse5, I've been with them since the beginning. Fallen Angels, I've casted so many of their games, as Catch said in the interview on Friday, right? I've been doing so many Fallen Angels games, so I'm curious to see which one I kind of lean to here. I think we're going 7, to be honest. I don't know if I see a world in it, and honestly, I think I'm going to lean with Mouse5. I might go with the underdog here. I feel like if you had to put it out like sportsbook odds, it'd probably be like Fallen Angels minus 130, something like that. So I'm going to lean with Mouse5 a little bit here. I really like this team. They're clicking at the right time, and honestly, they got all the boys on it. So I'm going to lock with Mouse5 here. That's going to be my pick for the expert champion. But for being honest, both of these teams, they've already gotten what they've wanted. They're both going to be in Masters this season, just kind of playing for the glory in the prize pool tonight. But obviously, sometimes those things are worth more than the Masters spot. But yeah, really awesome that we get to see both of these teams playing in Masters next season. And it looks like Fallen Angels are going to get the first map pick here. This is kind of interesting. I mean, considering that Mouse5 came through the upper bracket, you'd think they'd get like the first map pick and ban. But I guess it is going to be Fallen Angels here, and we'll see what they decide to do. Protect ban the Malga, look for something else. I don't really know. And I don't know what they want to get rid of from Mouse5's side as well. So just curious to see what's going to be happening here. Obviously with the Fallen Angels first map pick, I feel like it's going to be Lijiang Tower, and I think they're going to want to have Bootchop in. But actually, they're going to take us to Oasis. This is interesting. They're going to go take us to Oasis and ban Orisa. They're going to protect the Malga here. I actually didn't have this in the cards. I feel like they play so much Lijiang Tower, so the Oasis pick is kind of out of left field. I feel like everyone in Expert plays Lijiang Tower. And the ban for Mouse5 is already locked as well, so it looks like both of these teams had a plan for what they wanted to do. You can see the setup has been modified for 7 maps. This is a first to 4, not a first to 3 like all the other games have been so far. in playoffs. So hopefully we're in it for a good one. And for those of you who are fans of Masters, like I am, we do have Dildux and wow, it's Kintsugi who just came through lower bracket. Big 3-0 against Anomaly playing on the other streams in the Masters Grand Finals, and I hope that one's also a good one. I had the Dildux in my bracket, and I'll probably continue to rock with them here as well. But Kintsugi, I mean, they're red hot right now. That game, literally anything could happen. But obviously, we're locked in on this one. We're laser focused, and hopefully, we just get a really, really awesome display of Overwatch here, and a celebration of Expert, because it has been such a good season for everybody. Go Bunkachunko. What's up, Braden? Yeah, I'm rounding with the Mouse 5 guys. I love Bunkachunko, bro. Bunkachunko is my king. Honestly, everyone on Mouse 5 is my king, bro. Playtoys and Bunkachunko, they've been in the Discord since like day one. Mad respect to them. They've been awesome. And yeah, we're just waiting for these lineups to finalize here. Everything on the line. I will eat my tongue and I will be patient today and I will not complain. And it will be finalized here. The second ban will be in and it's going to be Mercy? And I think maybe they're calling an admin to the room because I feel like something it was messed up. I feel like Mouse5 should have had the first map pick and ban considering they came from the winner's bracket. I don't know if that's something the admins can change though, to be honest with you. So maybe an interesting development happening here in map 1. I'll go back to single cam because does anyone know what the fuck is happening right now? I sure don't. That transition does not exist apparently. Which is always awesome. And yeah, I mean, I think Mouse5 should have had the first pick here. I'm not 100% sure why they didn't. I feel like it's kind of an interesting little thing. So, yeah. We'll have to see what kind of happens here. We'll just see if there's an admin that gets called into the room, but from our POV, we are kind of left in the dark, so just going to have to wait and see kind of what happens, I guess. I don't really know what the admin call is for. I really do wish they gave the co-streamers access to, like, the matchroom chat, just so I could, like, see what they're talking about when that admin is called, you know, so I could properly update, but kind of at the mercy of the admin staff and the teams, so just going to have to wait. Be patient here. And I hope everyone is having a great day. Honestly, I'm having a solid day today. I've been watching the show. It's called like this. It's like the Secret Millionaire show on Netflix, bro. I don't know what it's called. I've been into reality TV pretty hella lately. That shit is addictive. So, mad loving that. It is called $1 Million Secret. Low key, if you need something to just like throw on the side that you don't need to be super locked into, but like is fun to watch, that could be the one right there. Just gonna throw it out there. And also, I wonder what the admin response time is looking like in a lobby like this, because it's obviously a Sunday. I mean, you'd think they'd have a staff on standby, but obviously you never really know because it's not a default match day, like normal default match day, I guess. So. You know how it is. And I'm getting a re-invite to the lobby here. I'm in the custom game lobby. I don't know if they have to restart or what. It looks like they redid the ban phase. Lijiang Tower's the pick. And Bash and Brig are banned. And I'm going to ask in the chat just to see. Just to see if I'm correct here. I think Mouse5 should have had the first map pick and ban. I'm going to ask in the chat as well for the bans just because, yeah. And it looks like, okay, we're in. Mouse5 are changing the pick because it was all messed up. Not surprised by that. It's going to be Lijiang Tower now. The bans are also in. And for whatever reason, map pool just could be dead right now. I don't really know what's happening in the map pool scene, but I guess I can go back to it, but it's not really transitioning to it. I don't really know what happened here. Maybe my OBS broke, but I really don't want to restart it because I feel like that could break some things. So we're just gonna leave it for now and hope it like refix itself some other day. Oh, I refreshed it. Maybe that solved the issue with map pool. I'll be able to tell later, but it is going to be Lijiang Tower map 1. Bans are in as well. For the side of Fallen Angels, it is going to be the Bastion ban, and for the side of Mouse5, it is going to be the Brig ban. Brig obviously seems like a protect ban for the backline. Makes a lot of sense to me. And Bastion is just going to get rid of Cat Bastion here for map 1. I'm curious to see if Mouse5 is one of the teams that plays it or not. I don't really know what to expect from them. I feel like I've had so much ball knowledge all season, and then like now, like I'm so in the dark. I don't know what to expect. Kaori also in this map Ender will be out. We're just waiting for Play Toys to join the lobby. So yeah, hopefully a really good start to grand finals. It'd be funny if there was like someone didn't join the lobby in time and like auto FF'd them, bro. I don't know if that would be funny, but like it'd be interesting, I guess. Like I would laugh that it was even like a situation that happened. I guess, but yep. Just waiting for Play Toys. And yeah, hopefully we have a good series in front of us. I do think that when Fallen Angels and Mouse5 play, the matchup does lean towards Fallen Angels' favor. I feel like it's hard for Mouse5, like comfort hero pool wise, to deal with the Malga of Boot Chop, right? Play Toys I feel like likes to play a lot of the Zarya, obviously good at the D.Va as well, but even still, Malga is just so strong right now, and the DPS of Fallen Angels are so good at capitalizing on the space that Boot Chop makes. So curious to see what happens. And once again, we're on hold. I'm kicked out of the lobby. Oh my lord. What is happening? Why can't we have a normal grand finals where no errors occur and like everyone is just happy and having fun or whatever? That would be awesome to me. And why can't my transitions just work properly? Like, for whatever reason, map pool and single cam just do not want to work, and I'm once again getting re-invited to the lobby here. Bans look like they are the same. Play Toys is here, so maybe it was just a joining issue. I don't really know, but we're going into the map now. And they also swapped sides, so I get to swap the sides of my stream. Awesome. It is okay, though. It is okay. I also need to swap the bands really quickly. Fallen Angels had this ban, and Mouse5 had this ban. Awesome. All right. Should be good. We'll be able to go into the game shortly. I cannot refresh this page. It looks like map pool and whatever just do not want to transition today. I don't really know what's happening, but let's go over to the in-game. We're going to see what these teams want to play. Play Toys taking the Malgamir versus Boot Chop. Honestly, I don't really know if that's a good play or not. I don't really know what to expect, but Boot Chop is kind of just a warlord on the Malga, so I'm interested to see that Play Toys does want to take the mirror here. It's not going to be Zarya Nino on the Soj carry. And a TP out, probably going over to the Tracer, if I were to guess. For the side of Fallen Angels, walking out on the Malga Reaper. Minji on the Wu Yang as well. Kaori going to be on the Reaper as well, so Reaper obviously getting a big resurgence in play here, especially as Malga has been much more meta, and it looks like Fallen Angels are going to take towards the point here, force Mouse5 to find a way to walk into them. Martian going to be set up for the backline here. Ever lurking, but Kree going to be the first one to fall here. Play Toys finding the early pick, and now the Malga is going to run onto the point. Boot Chop looking for trades in the backline, but Catch has to TPN, is going to get carried up here. But Theory has no cooldowns as Funkachunko cleans up Martian. Boot Chop looking for trades, won't find anything, and it looks like Mouse5 are going to secure this early point tap. Play Toys is going to be holding up here. It's going to be really hard to break this hold. You see Kaori also getting set up on the Reaper. Fallen Angels, they have to find some way to make it out. Boot Chop getting healed up now. We'll see if he wants to just walk into this or maybe find a way to rotate around. He will decide to take towards the point here. Funkachunko, though, looking for the boop and the Lucio. Not going to find it, but not going to be killed as well. Boot Chop going to start hitting here. Play Toys with the counter crunch, but will not find anything. Both Malgas so low, and Play Toys is going to be the first to fall. Boot Chop, though, is really low as Kaori is going to clean up Kree. Funkachunko cleans up Cat. Boot Chop falls, and Mouse5 going to be 3v2 here as Martian just forced to get out. Looks like Minji going to try and make his way out as well as Fallen Angels just look for a reset. And Mouse5 continuing to hold strong here on the first control point. Carry rush out from Dez is going to end this next team fight rather quickly. Drop does just melt away. Oh my god. Mouse5 once again Going to find a really important team fight win here. Percentage on the point, ticking up. Already at 75%. Martian going to create some space for the team, threatening the cap. Now, Fallen Angels should be able to walk out of here somewhat free. You can see Playtoys very, very aware of the possibility here. Both cages are out. And Beat and Rush are out as well, but Playtoys just shredding through Mouse5 right now. Kaori finds the follow-up, 2 for the Malga as well, as Playtoys looking for more. 88%. Martian gonna find one with the pulse bomb, but also needs to touch for quite a while here. Mouse5, have they done enough? Martian gonna be able to survive. Looks like Chop coming on the way back. Trying to say Martian live, but Chop going to touch the point while Martian falls. And Fallen Angel still at a numbers disadvantage. Beats out from Benji, but they need trades and create the Reaper Blossom. Looks like he's going to be able to find one here. Kaori does fall. 4v4. Martian should be on his way back here, and Playtoys falling should seal this flip for Fallen Angels. They did take everything out of their ult bank, though. They did just have to use the Reaper ult. Benji the beat. Martian the pulse bomb. So now Fallen Angels, they're going to be able to hold this with no ults in the bank, and Destiny quickly working up to a carry rush. You have to think that Mouse5 should have a pretty solid team fight coming up here, as long as they do not mess up this rotation. Here I come. Kirish is out. Boot Chop going to take a lot of damage, but honestly, the kite from Fallen Angels is so good, but Boot Chop is going to go down here. Mouse5 going to start aggressing onto the point. Kaori coming up on a Reaper ult here, but looks like they're just going to acquire this flip as Fallen Angels try to find some way to have a full team fight here. Creed going to get a touch, but the Wraith is forced out of the Reaper here. Boot Chop trying to make his way back. Going to counterpin the enemy Malga of Playtoys here and working up to the cage as well. Going to use it, but Nino doing everything for Mouse5 right now. They're in the fight for the Sojourn. They should be able to secure this as Benji, not going to be able to touch. Mouse5 going to start off strong here.
Score 1-0.
Yes, Mouse5, they look really, really good so far. Really, really nice point play from them. And honestly, I thought Fallen Angels were going to have the advantage in the Malga mirror here, right? Like, they're a very, very good Malga team. So, in some ways, it's kind of curious that Mouse5 seem to have the upper hand in the matchup. Point 1, Kaori doing so good on the Reaper as well. May have been the thing that really enabled this Mouse5 team to find the success that they are. Fallen Angels, they're going to need to find some answers fast. If they can't win on this Malga Reaper, I'm actually really, really concerned for what they can win on this series. Cat Bastion maybe, but Ghost may have to come in for some maps here. Things may get sticky quickly, but obviously this map is not over yet. Lots of opportunity for Fallen Angels to get back into it. If Boot Chop going to take the early space towards the point. Mouse5 all kind of relegated to inside of the dojo right now. Boot Chop looking for a hit here. Really, really aggressive inside of dojo, but honestly, this Malga dropping really, really low, forces the Suzu out of patch, and Kaori will fall. Martian doing so much poke damage on the Echo, but both Reapers are going to trade here. We have a 4v4 as the point cap is going to go to the way of Mouse5 early. Funko though is going to die, and Destiny going down next. I don't know if Mouse5 have much left. Playtoys just going to build some ult, but will inevitably get pushed off the map here by Benji, and a quick retake coming in for Fallen Angels, and trying to find their way back into map 1. Martian already has a dupe available, by the way. We'll have to see how he wants to use this one here, the Echo. But in some major work here on the second sub point. Hooking the rotation out as well. Already has the perks worked up to. Extra sticky is going to do so much here. His dupe on the Malga is in, but Boot Chop, goodbye, just going to go down, but the cage comes out from the dupe and Nino gets traded. Playtoys will fall, and despite Boot Chop dying early, the dupe will prove to be enough here for Fallen Angels to continue holding on to the point. 40% already accumulated and more counting. Going to have 4 ultimates in the bank for the next fight as well. Mouse5, basically the same scenario. Nino lagging a little bit behind on the overclock here in this next fight. Could have a lot of ults thrown into it. Mouse5, they're taking towards the bridge. The Kirish is out from catch. Both Kirishes are actually out. Funkachunko uses the beat. It gets mirrored by Benji, and so much damage coming out here as Boot Chop's cage comes out free, using the Reaper ult. Gonna clean this one up here. And actually, Nino's going to overclock. I guess he thinks it's winnable, and with that kill and a catch, now it is. Kree falls as well, and maybe Nino finds a way to swing this in Mouse5's favor. Benji lurking towards the point here. But Mouse5, they're going to start threatening the flip as Bootchop knows he needs kills here. Also knows he needs to stall this point out. Here's Malga taking so much damage. Going to fall here. Playtoys is back, and it looks like Mouse5 should be able to get into control. The rest of Fallen Angels going to crumble here, and Mouse5, they're once again going to take control of the point. Playtoys going to hold up here, maybe just trying to build ult off the Malga, I do not know, but going to get the E forced out, and now maybe a scary opportunity for Fallen Angels to try and commit. No E on the Malga, obviously going to be a big factor in the mid fight if Fallen Angels go fast enough. It looks like they still want to take this slow. The crunch though, going to find the enemy Malga, but Benji is going to get taken down by Nino. Catch in the back line, maybe the next to fall. Deep Reaper ult, won't find anything. Martin though going to clean up Destiny, but Bootchop going to find a trade on the way out. Malga just does not have the HP to work with. Mouse5 remain in control of the point here. No ults used as well. They're up to 5, and Fallen Angels still have a lot of work to do here. They used the dupe. They didn't get anything. And Mouse5, they're looking pretty primed to take this second sub point. Take a pretty generational fumble of the Ulticon here, I think, for them to lose this. 5 literally up and available. No more percentage needed here. Des going to start us off with the carrier rush. Cage out onto Bootchop. Mirror cage from the enemy Malga, but it's just going to get torn through. With all these ults available, Mouse5, they're just going to commit now. And maybe a little bit too early here. Bootchop trying to get out and live, going to fall late. But honestly, Fallen Angels, I think they do have a reach test here. You see Mouse5, they don't want to allow this. They're going to the spawn door. Playtoys probably find trading their life away just to potentially remove the ability for Fallen Angels to touch here. And Kree going to make it onto the point. So real life for Fallen Angels, especially the Playtoys dropping. Kree is going to die, but Bootchop makes his way back to the point. Everything's in the bank here. The beat's out, the rush is out. And Fallen Angels, they're looking to find a way to win this one. Kaori is going to fall. And it looks like Mouse5, they're actually going to give up control of the point here. So Fallen Angels, serious life. Kree should be coming back here with the Reaper ult. Martian has the dupe. We'll see what this dupe Malga is going to be able to do here, but Kree going to clean up with the Reaper ult. In Mouse5, they've blundered this one away. They dropped 5 ults, hoping to make it last fight. But it wasn't, and Fallen Angels are going to turn this one back into their favor at the last second and even us up here on Lijiang Tower. What a second sub point. Holy cow.
I could do this on my own. Probably faster too. Hi.
Setting my equalizer to absolute destruction.
I like that.
It looks like really no comp adjustments coming out for either team. Martian sticking it out on the Echo here, likes the matchup against the enemy Malga. And I assume Kaori going to be going back to the Reaper Kree as well. These teams are going to be potentially in server, but it looks like Mouse5 actually went the coast side here. They have a hit scan, so pretty good sidelines in control if they can get it, but Kaori going to fall to Bootchop early in this Malga. Wants to find the better of Playtoys here now with the numbers advantage. Playtoys not going to have the same damage that Bootchop is working with and going to fall. Mouse5, they're all going to crumble here after Playtoys goes, and it's going to be early control of the point, once again going in Fallen Angels' favor. Bootchop, he's going to be able to hold all of this space. Holding aggressively here. We'll have to see how Mouse5 break through this. No ult online for either team. And Kaori, once again, going to fall early here. You can see Playtoys just wants to get out here and wait. Be patient. Fallen Angels, they're fine playing patient. They have control of the point here. They want to get up to as much percentage as possible. Playtoys looking for a re-engage onto something here. Just going to shoot Bootchop, trying to maintain a solid HP bar. B is going to get forced out. We'll have to see if the enemy Malga here try and commit onto this, but looks like they're just going to take the damage trade. Martian finds the follow-up, and Nino gets a big trade onto Creed as Playtoys walks back in. And Old's starting to build for both teams here. Martian has the dupe. I'm curious to see how he decides to use it here. Playtoys trying to aggress onto the Echo, but the dupe perfect. Going to avoid the stomp, and now trying to build up to a cage. And a big crunch from the dupe Echo. Going to destroy the entire backline of Mouse5 here, and it's only Dez left on the point going to fall. And Fallen Angels, they're going to continue holding on here. It took the cage and the dupe, but Nino threw the overclock into the last fight as well, so not a bad ult trade for either team. What is up, Wilson? Catch has this Curie Rush available here. Mouse5 coming up on ults as well. Destiny has the rush, but Chop taking a pretty early turn, and it looks like Fallen Angels probably want to come back to the point here. They force the Curie Rush out. Now Catch has his to use here, but he needs to make sure he doesn't fall. Nino gonna find the kill onto the Kiriko, and now big opportunity for Mouse5 as Nino is starting to clean up here on the Sojourn. 2 on the fight. Can he make it more? Funky Choco does get traded, but a 4v2 in Mouse5's favor. Cray falls, Chop as well, and it's just Benji left. And Mouse5, they're going to flip the point here. Only took the Curie Rush of Destiny. And honestly, I think they'll take this one every day of the week. Catch held onto his Curie Rush, though. Gonna have it for a re-engage here. We'll have to see what Fallen Angels want to do. It's gonna be the cage from Playtoys, and Creed going to fall, stuck in the cage. Catch as well. Once again, Mouse5 looks like they're gonna find a fight win here. Only one ultimate needed. Fallen Angels have to regroup in their own spawn. Mouse5, they're walking very aggressively here, trying to hold all of the space. Slowly going to start backing towards the point here. They have the hit scan. I really like how they're playing, keeping it in mind, playing very intentional to allow the hit scan to output as much damage as possible. Nino does play towards the point here, and that ult for Kree is out, not going to find anything, and lots of ults getting dumped into this fight. Both beats going to prolong any amount of elims that could have occurred, but Kaori's going to find the opener onto Benji. Chop drops the cage, but they need trades as Kree falls. And Catch going to be able to find the counterpart. But besides that, Mouse5, they provide a pretty dominant fight win here. And lots of ults used there from Fallen Angels. Martian held on to the dupe, but everything else was thrown into that fight with no fight win. It's going to be pretty devastating here. As Fallen Angels try to find some way to get back into this. Martian does have the dupe here, but Nino the overclock and Kaori the Reaper ult could shut this down immediately if played right. You see Chop knows these DPS ults online, and it's going to be Nino starting us off with the overclock. Martian's dupe comes out as well, building towards the cage. He's going to dump it onto the point here. It's going to get Kaori, but the Reaper ult going to get canceled, and now all the kills coming into Fallen Angels' favor. The dupe from Martian, so good here. Now someone from Mouse5 has to touch it. It has to be Nano. He's going to get one, but immediately Fallen. I don't know if anyone else has one here. Fallen Angels, they might have done it on the first map here. Pretty dang close, but they're going to get it over the line on the third sub point to take a 1-0 lead in the series. Yeah, we are back. I don't really know what's happening with the transition on this scene. It just really does not want to work, and I don't really know why. So we're just going to enjoy the transitionless single cam for now and pray it fixes itself. It might just be like some server side thing because it pulls from the web. So it is what it is. But what a great first map. I mean, it was basically down to the wire. Mouse5, they looked dominant early, but Fallen Angels, they gut out 2 points in a row. It wasn't pretty, but, you know, at the end of the day, it gets them over the line. And Mouse5, they're going to get another map pick here. They're going to choose to send us to Esperanza and ban Wuyang. I love the quick picks and bans, by the way. And protecting the backline, I think, is good. I think they want to play Kiri Lucio every map, but I think there is some sort of merit in just letting the bans kind of get taken by Fallen Angels so you don't have to protect ban like so much during the series, I guess, right? Obviously, Mouse5 do need to win map picks, though, really, really badly. So I think the protect bans are good for now. I'm just curious to see how long they continue to go for them here. The ban is in from Fallen Angels here. Esperanza isn't a map we see very often. I think we see a lot more Runa. Runa Sapi, I remember when it released, I was actually low-key a hater of the map. I feel like a lot of people kind of were, but it's really, really grown on, I think, everybody. I think the sidelines just allow hit scans players to kind of feel pretty activated. And honestly, it's kind of turned out to be a pretty good map, so I'm happy to see it get played much, much more. But it's nice to also see a change of scenery here with the Esperanza pick. So yeah, I'm curious to see what we kind of get going here. And it looks like in the Masters Grand Finals, it's 1-1 right now. So hopefully we get some distance going here in NA. I love a close series. I'm not going to lie to you. So take a look and see what happens here. Here's where we are at. Fallen Angels, obviously map 1 victors. And Mouse5's map pick is in. The ban on the Wu-Yang is in. And the lineups are being finalized right now. So we will get to see what the second ban is in a second. And it's going to be Reaper taken away from Fallen Angels. And I can't say I hate the pick. Ender is going to be coming in for this map. And sorry if I sound weird. My nose is just so stuffy. I don't know what is going on with it, but I think it's making my voice so yeah, we could be having a little a weird sounding voice today, but I can't really fix it. So I guess to go shoot up a shot of Afrin into my nose, but I don't know if that would be very pleasant. I'm not going to lie. We are in the lobby here. The bans are set. The Reaper ban from Fallen Angels and the Wu-Yang ban from Mouse5. And I would be very surprised if we did not see more Malga whatever. Malga Curie Lucio. Martian on Tracer. Probably Ender on Tracer as well, for being honest. I would be very, very surprised to see something different. And for Fallen Angels, they're going to keep Kree and Martian in as well. So it's going to be another double flex look. Potentially Kree on the Genji this map, as Reaper is banned by Fallen Angels. We're going to be waiting once again on Playtoys to join the lobby. And I hope it is not another situation of FaceIt wouldn't invite them, so they didn't join. Because that does kind of suck. I'm not going to lie. The fast map picks, the long ones, they take forever. Oh, dang. Kentucky just got a big basketball recommit, which is awesome for me. Sorry. I don't have anything I want to talk about in these long pauses, bro. If there's questions in the chat, I'll answer them. If anyone just really wants to know anything. But yeah, we're just waiting here. These teams, man, if I gotta watch 7 maps of lineup finalizing and time to connect, I might die, dude. I might die. I might not make it. I'm not going to lie to you. It is tough. And yeah, just being patient ever and always. This could be low-key a timeout time, you know what I mean? Both teams taking a timeout, just chilling, or at least Mouse5 taking a timeout, trying to adjust themselves, you know. Make sure they're locked in for a long series ahead of us, dude. I mean, it is going to be a very long series. Do not get me wrong. Especially in a best of first of 4, these series, they're marathons, not sprints, right? You gotta make sure you have bans available. You gotta make sure the players feel good, stuff like that. So. You also got to make sure you don't take 2 maps early and then kind of fizzle out, right? It's job's not finished kind of series. So, yeah, curious to see if maybe one team gets off to a hot start and the other team kind of builds momentum a little bit later. I'm not 100% sure. Also, Wimby is straight cooking me right now. So, that's awesome. I will continue to be patient. I'm a very patient guy, I swear. That would really suck if they had to call another admin, restart their room, bro. I'm not a happy camper, and Wimby's cooking my bed, and everything's wrong with the world. I'm sad. That's what I am. I'm sad. Hopefully they bench Wimby. He's doing too much right now. yeah, we'll continue to wait. And finally, we're in. Holy cow, PlayToys joined the lobby. Let's go. We'll get to see what these teams want to play here. I think we might see Amalgam here. I could see potentially PlayToys going over to the Diva, but when you walk in on the Amalgam map one, I mean, it sets the tone that that's what you want to do for the entire series, in my opinion. Amalgam is so versatile. I think we could see him across a lot of these maps today, and I'm curious to see if that's kind of what Mouse5 want to lean into here, or Fallen Angels do have the better in the mirror, and they have to find some way to pivot. It's never cut and dry. It's always the hardest road and always the longest road, so we just have to take a look and see what is happening, what we got going on. We'll see what these teams want to play here. Mouse5, they're on the Malga, they're on the Cat Bastion, and for the side of Fallen Angels, it's going to be the Malga for Juno with the double flex. Dez is on the Kiriko as well. And Jetpack Cat Bastion approach, man, looks like they're leaning into the meta here. Potentially like it a lot, and I cannot say that I blame them. Ender playing Mr. Heroes in spawn. Looks like going to play the Pharah here. Not going to mirror the Martian Tracer. Mouse5's comp just has so much more damage than the comp of Fallen Angels here. I think Bootchop going to be pressed to make sure he takes intelligent turns here. If he blows up at the start of a fight, it is basically over. Martian going to have to make sure he's marking out this Pharah very, very hard. You do not want to put too much burst damage onto Bootchop. You got to find some way into this one here, and both teams patient. PlayToys rotating a little through the left side here, potentially looking for the brig of Benji. Bootchop going to make his move. Forces out the Kiri, and Martian gets crunched early, but the kills coming in for Fallen Angels here. Nino and Dez get traded. Looks like PlayToys just going to make their way out here. It's Ender and Bunkachunko. Ender not going to be able to make it out. Bunkachunko is going to, and it's going to be the first fight going the way of Fallen Angels here. Very, very nice hit onto the backline. I'm curious to see how Nino kind of died there, I'm not going to lie, in the Bastion. Bootchop holding this archway. It's going to be very, very hard for Mouse5 to make their way out here. But you can see Nino starting to cook on the Bastion angle, but Bootchop making his move. They got to get the Bastion in there, but Ender has already fallen, and Mouse5, they're flipping towards the cart here, it looks like. Nino has the form available, and Bootchop's here, but this Bastion is going to be pouring damage into the Malga. Free using the Genji deflect, just kind of keeping Bootchop alive, but now this Malga going to make his move here. He wants to find follow-up, and he almost has the cage to do it, but the DPS of Fallen Angels is going to find all of these kills here. And Fallen Angels, once again, going to find another fight win. Mouse5, I think it was a really nifty play to kind of flip towards the point, start forcing it here, maybe give time for Ender to respawn, but 4v5, it's always difficult to win a fight. No ults needed. Fallen Angels are going to secure the first checkpoint of the map. Nino is back on the Bastion, but Mouse5, they're going to have to find some way into this one. Ults starting to come online, but very much in Fallen Angels' favor here with the early ults available. Martian has the pulse bomb in the backline, but Dez going to find the kill here. And a big investment from Fallen Angels into this team fight. I can't say it's ill-advised. Nino does fall. PlayToys is going to die to the blade as well. It looks like the rest of Mouse5 trying to make their way out here. Dez just going to get healed up. Fallen Angels are going to find a fight win, but at what cost? He took the cage and the blade. Nothing but the catnap used for Mouse5. It's going to take this trade every day of the week, and Martian probably going to need to hit a pretty fat pulse bomb here to give Fallen Angels some sort of life in this team fight. As Nino takes an early Bastion turn, but so close to the ground, he needs to be careful. And the pulse bomb going to get Suzu'd. And Ender going to find the kill on a catch here. No Juno Ray available as Bootchop does fall. Benji follows, and Mouse5, signs of life. They're going to find a fight win. There's still lots of work left to do to match the meterage that Fallen Angels have been able to accrue so far. 86 meters, an 84-meter deficit. Mouse5, it's all going to have to start with getting this first checkpoint. Close spawns are available for Fallen Angels, and they have the Juno Ray as well. I expect this to be a pretty significant ultimate in the next fight, just with the cage and the pulse bomb available for Mouse5. And PlayToys might just get stuck in their own cage here if this Juno Ray comes out. And we're going to drop the Juno Ray, but Playtoys had no one in the cage, so I don't think it really matters. You're just going to drop it and back up. We're going to trade 1 ult for 1. Nothing really found for either team, and it's going to be on Ender to find a big pulse bomb, maybe even on the Brig or the Juno. And it's going to hit Ender, the hero for Mouse5 in this team fight. Going to give them a pick. Free does fall catch. Stuck in the room with the Malga here, and Ender, he's done his duty this team fight. Bungachunko is going to get traded, same with Nino, but Mouse5, they should be able to win this one outright. Martian is going to fall, and cart meterage is going to start getting accrued here. Close spawns are activated for Fallen Angels as well. The respawns of Mouse5 going to need to be quick here, but it is the Cat Bash who are going to be on their way back, so they should be able to get here in a pretty good time. Looks like they will be here for the next team fight. The boot shop just going to use the cage here. Playtoys, really nice play to use the shit to get out of it. Cage goes to waste, and now Fallen Angels, they need to find some way to get a fight win. Pre coming up on the blade. Bungachunko has the catnap, and Ender, or not Ender, Nino coming up on the bash. Looks like Bungachunko gonna use it here. Pull the Genji into the team. It's gonna be the kill found for Mouse5. Boot Chop looking for trades onto the Bastion, and Nino taking so much damage here. Gonna have the ult forced out as Martian trades Ender. With the pulse bomb available, we'll have to see if Fallen Angels think this is winnable. Ender going to not fall. It's going to be Boot Chop who falls. Sorry. Nino eats the pulse bomb but stays alive. And Mouse5 finally going to accrue some meaningful percentage here as Martian going to have to respawn. Benji going over to the Ana here off of the Brig, and I think that's a good pick. I mean, I don't know what the Brig was necessarily accomplishing in the mirror here. Bree has the blade. Dez, though, has built up to another Curie Rush, and it looks like this point should be able to reach the checkpoint. Boot Chop just wants to clear the high ground for now. The Malga has made his way all the way up here, but ult's starting to get popped here, and Bree with the blade gonna get staved off. Starting to look for value, but honestly, Mouse5, they're finding the better of all of this. Bungachunko 2 for the Jetpack Cat. Boot Chop's gonna get cleaned up, and that checkpoint will be found here for Mouse5. They've really battled their way back into the map, and look, the spawns, or the respawns of Fallen Angels, they're gonna make swaps. Martian going over to the Echo off the Tracer. Catch coming up on a Ray. Boot Chop a cage. Playtoys has their own cage to work with. Bungachunko the Catnap, and Ender the Pulse Bomb. Things starting to get sticky here for Fallen Angels. Only 10 meters separate these two teams now, but Dez is going to get assassinated in the back line. Boot Chop immediately traded, though. Free will fall, and Fallen Angels, they're really struggling against this Cat Bastion. Catch just going to die on the point. Benji does a nice job finding an exit pick here, but Mouse5, they're going to get the lead. The ult trades don't look too bad as well. Cage, Juno Ray available for Fallen Angels, but they're going to be walking into this Bastion ult and Pulse Bomb. Playtoys just going to get out here and play potentially a better corner. Ender in the back line. He's done it once with the Pulse Bombs. We'll see if he can do it again. Looking for the Juno and Catch. Going to take a lot of early damage here. Is Benji able to help the Juno out or not? It looks like no, and Nino's going to clean up the back line here. The second Bastion perk is online, and once you have that, I mean, you just shred through the enemy team. So gross, and Mouse5, they're going to continue to accrue percentage here. 100 meters in counting. Good job. Can make his way out of spawn. Lots of ults available here for Fallen Angels. They just haven't been able to get them off in a clean manner. Martian on the Echo, looking for a hit, but it's going to be the Juno Ray coming out here, and Catch takes so much damage, but should be able to get carried up. Benji gets traded, but Dez is down. 4v4 now. Fighting at the Fallen Angels spawn, and the Bastion ult comes out here. Looking for Boot Chop with the damage, but the Malga stands tall. Big crunch, gonna find Nino. Bungachunko really low as well, as Playtoys are gonna have to shift out and survive. Boot Chop, though, he's on the hunt here and wants the follow-up. The Pulse Bomb from Ender gonna try and shift the scales potentially in Mouse5's favor, but Playtoys is just so low. Boot Chop, though, forced to get out. The dupe from Martian going to be committed into this team fight. Boot Chop still has his cage. Playtoys gonna get canceled out of there. It looks like it came out, but the crunch is just too good for Boot Chop. And both cages going to come out from Fallen Angels as well as Playtoys. That was a 3-cage fight, by the way. I don't know if Boot Chop got canceled or not now that I think about it, actually. I can't really tell what happened. I'm not going to lie, but Fallen Angels, they're going to find the fight win, but very expensive. Juno Ray, Cage, and Dupe committed. Just as many ults were dropped in from Mouse5. The Bastion ult, the Cage, and the Curie Rush. Ender also did throw a Pulse Bomb in. So honestly, Fallen Angels, they got the better of the ult right here, but they still have lots of work left to do to get back in the map. 50 meters separate these teams. Actually closer to 45. 100-meter theory back. Low-key, yes. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like we may be out of 100-meter theory territory just because it was like a second team that got it. You know, I'm not on it too hard, but Kree gonna get the Nano and gonna pop the Blade, but Nino gonna trade out Benji. This Genji going to be able to trade one, but maybe not enough here. Nino done a nice job to find two. Martian does find Play Toys. Kree finding the Bastion here as well as the Tracer. I think that's 3 on the fight for the Genji and going to extend the fight wins here for Fallen Angels, and they still, though, probably have to win 2 or 3. I'm not going to lie. I mean, 45 meters, it's a weird amount. You're going to have to win one here just to start accruing a little bit of meterage, and then, obviously, I think 2 more just to get the meterage needed here. And 30 seconds remain on the clock. Not a lot of time to work with. You can see Nino set up on the off angle here. This Bastion is such a threat. Fallen Angels have to find some way to clear him early, and it's probably going to be up to Martian on the Echo to find some way to apply some early damage. But you can see Nino taking a pretty aggressive turn here, looking for a potential kill. And Martian, you got to be careful here in the sky. Going to take a lot of damage, but will be able to survive. A pretty long neutral for both teams. No one's really been able to gain an inch here. Catch has this Juno-Ray, gonna start us off with it. Mouse5 hit full kite mode. Nino gets dated and going to fall to boot shop. So Fallen Angels, I think this is gonna be their token into this one. Beats Pete / Ender going to find a trade, but going to die themselves. Doesn't catch the wave of Nino either, but walking into Mouse5 territory, the spawns will favor them. Dez has this Curie Rush up. Boot Chop and Martian going to need to build these ults for the next fight. I think there is a lot of world where Fallen Angels pull this off. Boot Chop going to use the Cage, but Nino rolling in here with the Curie Rush. This Malga doesn't have a lot of HP left, but Boot Chop hasn't fallen yet. Minji, though, will fall. Boot Chop will follow. 5v3 in Mouse5's favor. Xander cleans up catch. Play Toys will fall, but no one touches the point in Mouse5. Even us up here on map 2. And do we have a series on our hands? I do not know yet, but what a great first 2 maps to start us off here. Wow. My nose just died right now. Holy cow. Just the pollen in the air. And great news, the single cam transition is back. I don't really know. It's just the web-based application. So sometimes it just bugs out, which is fine. It is whatever. But what a great first 2 maps at the series here. Will we see it go the distance? I don't know. Mouse5 look really, really strong on the Cat Bastion. Fallen Angels, they're going to have bans to mitigate that, but they've already burned one of them on map 1. So they will have another one available here. And they're going to use it. They're going to choose Atlas for the for the 3rd map, and they're going to get rid of the Jetpack Cat. Definitely an interesting pick here. Definitely favors Boot Shop as well. And honestly, if I'm Mouse5, I might get rid of Malga. I actually think Malga ban here could be really, really strong. Play something that you've played more traditionally throughout the entire series now that you don't have Jetpack Cat, CBT available, Cat Bastion Torture. And just see what you can kind of cook without it. I think that means Ghost does come in, probably plays the Hazard, so Zarya probably not playable. But obviously, I think you can play like a Diva comp here. Be really, really fine. Maybe I'm metagaming a little too hard, though. Maybe I'm overcooking, though. I really don't know. But they're really, really talking their ban over. I'm curious to see what they decide to do and where they decide to take us. Or not where they decide to take us. So I'm just tripping balls. But, yeah. Here's the series so far. We've had a really, really nice start here. Both maps have been pretty solidly close. I'm not going to lie. The ban is in from Mouse5. Curious to see what happens as we wait for the lineups to finalize. And those of you who were not here for the little between stages of the first 2 maps, lineup finalization has taken us straight years. So it looks like it's not going to take too long here. I'm going to get invited to the lobby in ample time. And I do apologize once again. My nose is just stuffed up, so my voice is weird. Like I feel like it is weird, at least when I talk out loud. I'm not going to lie. So if I sound like a dork at times, like it's probably that. Or I just like sound like I'm huffing for air because like low-key I am. I can't breathe through my nose when I have to when I'm screaming. I have to breathe through my mouth. And yeah, it's gonna be the Tracer ban out here for Mouse5. I do think it is a good ban. I do think there was an opportunity to take away the Malga, but if that's something you want to play, I mean, I get it. I get it 100%. If you feel more confident in the Malgamir, take it. You gotta be confident with what you want to play here. You gotta stick to your guns, and I think that is a very, very good choice from Mouse5 if they're feeling confident on the Malga today. We're waiting for Playtoys and I believe Kaori probably to get into the lobby. Yeah, it is Kaori back in here to play the Reaper. Let me pop the Soju real quick. You know, just because I don't know how long it's going to take for them to commit to the lobby, I'll ramble. I've been asked, like, in private, obviously, to do a drinking, like, game while I cast the games. And it's something that I think, you know, could be fun. But also, I feel like it could just be, like, ass. You know, like, what if you're just a viewer and, like, or, like, just someone, you know, who, like, plays on a team and just, like, enjoys watching FaceIt League. Maybe you didn't, like, you just, like, click on, like, see the game, but, like, I'm just, like, hammered, like, taking shots. Bunker Chuck was needling me in the chat. He said, you enjoying these breaks? Perfect time for ad reads. I don't play ads here. I'm not an ads guy. I don't really care. It's not about the money. It's about the game. I like the game. I'm just here for the game, dude. I just like it. I just like watching it. I have the ad set to 30 seconds every hour, I believe. So, yeah. And it looks like in the other series, Kintsugi, they're on a 2-1 lead right now. I do have the Ducks in my bracket, so I guess I am kind of like rooting for them a little bit, but I don't really care who wins that game. There's a lot of great players in that lobby. I kind of love everyone in here. Kiwi, I love Kiwi a lot. I love all of Kintsugi, man. They've battled through that adversity, so you know I respect them a lot. But I also love the Dilducks. You know, they're the Dilducks. You know, they're funny. I think they're awesome to listen to be around. So yeah, big lover of both of those teams. And I really don't know who I want to win. It looks like there's an admin pause there, so hopefully the main broadcast is joining the pauses as much as we are as we wait for the people to continue to attempt to join the lobby here. And yeah. Hopefully we got 7 maps in us. Honestly, we could see 8. What if we got a draw in hybrid? Is that too greedy? Like, I don't know if I'm being too greedy asking for a draw in hybrid or not. Obviously, it definitely could be, but you never really know. Also, next season, one of my goals is I want to get. I've had some people message me about co-streaming. Well, not really people. It was really just one person, but I've also like seen messages of people like I want to co-stream occasionally, stuff like that. I'm gonna try and help like anyone who wants to co-stream, bro. Like just do it. It's fun. It's awesome. It's a really enjoyable experience. I'm gonna try and like, help everyone. Like especially like I didn't have any prod experience, no casting experience, no observing experience, 0 experience, and like obviously I can do it now. And I found like a lot of resources that have helped me a lot. So if anyone is like interested in doing co-streams next season, I'll definitely like help people get set up because I want more expert games streamed, man. I'm the only one doing expert grand finals. Like guys, what are we doing? I know there's a lot of co-streamers who are just taking today off because obviously there's a mainstream on the Twitch for Masters today, but it's expert action, dude. You gotta love it. I'm happy though that every grand finals was streamed today. Open, advanced, expert, and masters all got some watch time. So really happy for that. And we're going to be going into the map now. Bans should be set. Let me take one more look to make sure we're good. I believe we are good. And yeah, hopefully we got a good one in store for us here. Let's see what these teams want to play here. I don't know if we're not going to see Amalgam here. And looks like it is once again Bunker Chunko though hovering the Mizuki. I wonder if that's bait or not. I'm not going to lie. I have absolutely no clue if it is or isn't.
You must be fun at parties.
I don't go to parties.
It looks like it's going to be Kree
that
Martian
makes
in
sense.
here
You'd
once
have to be
again. This
invited
duo,
for
they've played every map thus far. I bet Kree goes back over to the Reaper here now that's unbanned in the Amalgamir. It is so important. Backline is on the brig, Juno. The Kiri Lucio coming out for Mouse5. Gonna play patient here. Early turn from the side of Fallen Angels doesn't lead to anything. Just kind of control the space. And you can see, I really like the conscious effort from Mouse5 to play to their hit scan here. They knew Nyanza may not be playing some of these maps, so you gotta be comfortable playing a hit scan versus non-hit scan mirror, and I think they're playing a really good job of it. You gotta let your hit scan fry, but Kaori going to fall to Martian early in this team fight. You know, looking for trades, but hasn't been able to find anything thus far. Martian though goes so low. The point flip does favor Fallen Angels to start here. This Echo is up in the air and is just going to explode Nino as the rest of Mouse5 just rotate out and wait for their respawns to come back. And Fallen Angels, they look off to a hot start here on this map. I do think I like them a little bit more maybe in the Amalgam here with No Cat Bastion. They look very good. It is obviously just what they do, right? Like, this is what they play, so this is their specialty. You expect them to be pretty good at it, but I'll have to wait and see what happens here. Nino taking a lot of early damage. Mouse5 looks like they're trying to set their hit scan up. Maybe trying to surprise the Juno of Fallen Angels, but Catch is going to be able to survive. Chop though, taking a lot of damage. Just Kree opens this up here. 2 for the Reaper. Looking for more. Nino going to fall to Martian. It looks like Fallen Angels once again going to find another team fight here, and the Curie Rush was invested by Destiny in that last team fight. Now, looks like the Reaper of Kaori trying to get the touch here. Going to have to use the Wraith to get it, though, and probably going to get exploded here afterwards. Really nice job with the Curie Go to keep them alive a little bit longer, but Destiny and Kaori are going to fall. Playtoy's dead as well, 5v2, and it's just Bunk and Chunko left with the world to do. And Fallen Angels, they look unstoppable on Atlas right now. They go up to a 1-0 lead on the map. 2 more flashpoints to secure it, but obviously Mouse5, lots of fight left in them here. Lots of ability to get back into the map.
Hello.
We'll have to see what they decide to do. You know, has the overclock bunker trigger coming up to the beat and Playtoy's the cage. The 4 ults available for Fallen Angels here. Everything but the Blossom. Walking into everything but the Curie Rush. And Nino gonna start us off here. Can he find a pick? Cage is out from Playtoys as well. And Fallen Angels, do they just want to let this one go? Vinci, I mean, going to use the rally here. Martian the dupe as well. And no kills have been found by either team yet, as the dupe is going to get canceled here by Playtoys. Fallen Angels, though, they have the position on the point. Chop going to throw the cage into this. Should secure them the early cap. But it's going to get really a lot of ults getting popped here. Beaten Ray both out. Bunk and Chunko going to tear through Kree, but Kaori is going to get traded here. No ults available for either team besides Kaori's Reaver Blossom, but took that one to the grave, and the trade's coming in here. Nino so low, going to fall. It's just Dez and Bunk and Chunko with so much left to do here, especially with Blue Chop available. So much Malga HP to tear through. But Kaori should be on the way back soon. Destiny should be able to survive. Mouse5, they're going to find a regroup here. Bunk and Chunko bringing everyone back to the point. And with the Reaper ult available here, we'll have to see if they can find their way into it. Maybe just want to play slip for the Curie Rush as well. They're so close to it. The Kree getting really aggressive. Reaper Blossom going to shut down the enemy Reaper, but going to get traded in the chaos. Blue Chop, though, will fall. 3v3 with Playtoys alive. Just way too much HP. 4 Fallen Angels to choose through as the Malga cleans up 2, and it's just Catch remaining here, going to fall. And Mouse5, they find the flip here. Did take a lot of ults though. Martian has built up to the dupe. Kree their own Reaper Blossom, and nothing available here readily for Mouse5. Gonna need to take some time to build up to the cage here on Playtoys. Playtoys just gonna de-engage here. Really nice job from this Malga. I really like the macro. By how Playtoys is playing right now, being very aware where they are advantaged and where they are. Just stuffing damage here. And Martian going to use the dupe to beat. Going to allow Fallen Angels to take so much space here. Kree using the Reaper Blossom, going to stay alive here in Playtoys. Taking so much damage, is going to trade the Reaper out here. And a player advantage for Mouse5 as Playtoys going to be able to touch the point. Nino has the high noon available here. We'll have to see if he decides to use it or not. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it here on the cage. But the trades are in. Martian bombs 2 on the fight, looking for more. Catch using the Juno Ray to try and secure this one. And Playtoys and Kaori, the only players of Mouse5 left. Dingy going to use the rally as well for Playtoys. I don't know if they have anything left in the tank. Going to fall, and Fallen Angels, they're going to secure the second flashpoint as well. One more, and they'll get this map 2 victory here to create a 2-1 lead in the series with Mouse5. This team's the definition of gritty. They may have more map 5 wins than any team in Expert this season. see what they can do here. Lots of ults used by Fallen Angels. Martian is back up to another dupe. Going to do the Kiriko here, trying to get up to a rush, and I mean, going to build it pretty fast here off the Malga, and Bitchy is going to melt in front of our eyes. Same with Boot Chop. Where did their HP go? We literally watched it live in front of us. In Mouse5, they're going to probably win a fight here, and barring some heroics, and they're going to find their first early cap here of the map. Martian did use the dupe. I don't know if he does actually use the rush in that or not, but it'd be a pretty neutral trade nonetheless here in Mouse5. They're looking primed to take this one as ults start to come online. Fallen Angels, they're going to have a lot of work left to do to get to theirs. Buchop going to get forced out early though. Kree is on the off angle though, starting to dish out damage on the Reaper, but Fallen Angels, it's hard to break through this choke, and Buchop rotating around now, making some space for his team as Mouse5 do go back to the point here. Buchop looking for a big crunch onto the backline here, beat out from Bunkachunko, and Fiore using the Reaper ult, going to clean up Benji. Mouse5, can they do it here? Green patch going to fall. Buchop, the last player left for Angels. He's going to die late. Doesn't get a wave respawn, by the way. And Mouse5, they look really, really strong right now. We'll just have to see if Fallen Angels want to recontest this, and looks like they're just going to go over to the 4th flashpoint instead. So really massive signs of life for Mouse5 here. They managed to put one on the board here on Atlas, and honestly, a really nice ult usage. Only the Beat and the Reaper Blossom used. You build ult so fast in this Malga comp, especially both of those, that I don't know if it matters too much. It will give Fallen Angels an advantage here to start on the 4th flashpoint, but I think these ulticons should equalize out pretty heavily here. Buchop, early crunch, finds a lot. Free going to clean it all up with this Reaper Blossom. 4 for the Reaper in the fight. And the early point cap going to go Fallen Angels' favor, but they won the fight so fast, they're honestly not going to get that much % off of it, I'm not going to lie. Lots of ways for Mouse5 to get into this, and force a pretty early flip here. They're all regrouped. Nino has the overclock catch to go Ray, and Martian the dupe, but Martian going to use the dupe here. So overclock from Nino going to get stuffed pretty hardcore, and Martian is going to clean this all up with the damage of the duped Reaper Blossom. Catch finding 2 in the chaos. Kaori going to be the last to go of Mouse5. 3 for the Juno player. Catch wanted to make it known on the kill feed that he was present and managed to preserve the Ray. They'll have Rally as well. Mouse5, they really need to build up to these ults. Bungacho coming up on the beat. Kaori the Blossom. Walking into double support ults here. I just do not know if they have enough in the tank. Chop. Going to wrap behind pretty aggressively here. Taking an early turn. Going to have the Wraith towards. See Buchop looking for a big crunch here. Going to go wide, but Bungacho goes so low. Has the beat. Going to drop it into this. Trying to keep his teammates alive, but Benji with the rally. Trying to find the kills. And Bungacho falls to Buchop, and this Malga player is starting to farm. Trying to secure map 3 here for his team. Nino falls. It's just Play Toys left in Mouse5. They made a fake comeback for a second there, but it's going to be Fallen Angels securing this one 3-1 on Atlas.
Play of the game.
Yeah, what a kind of map here, I'm not going to lie. Even when it feels like a stomp, I feel like it is kind of close there. Mouse5, they had a lot of opportunity to get back into there, but the big thing I take away from this is that the Cat Bastion bans are gone for the rest of the series. Mouse5 will be able to play it, and they don't have to protect ban it as well. So we'll have to see how significant that plays and what Fallen Angels have in the tank to play against it as well, especially if they're not going to be the ones to play it. I know they can, but I think they prefer not playing it here. In Mouse5, they're going to get a map pick here. Hybrid and Escorted available, and they're going to choose Havana for map 4. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, Whew, solo cast of best of 4. I don't know how Bullskunk is getting through today. He's duo casting 4 games. I mean, he's on the last one right now, but geez, dude, I'm gonna tell you, it takes it out of you, man. That man, he's moving mountains today on the FaceIt Masters cast. I think I'm gonna do this one best of 4, and first of 4, and I'm going to die afterwards, bro. I'm just going to pass out. I already feel my mouth starting to froth up from all the talking too, and once it starts doing that, it's so hard to get words out. So hopefully we're in for a long one and a good one. And for the side of Mouse5, they're going to ban the Alari, once again protecting the back line. And I do think it is a good little play here. I'm not going to lie to you. Fallen Angels, they get a counter ban. Let's see what they decide to do. Here's our map series so far. Fallen Angels did take the lead on the previous map. We'll see if Mouse5 can once again find a way to equalize. What is up, Sofnini? I don't know if I said your name right. Welcome to the stream. Mouse5 and 6. Hey, who knows? I just wanted to go to 7 maps. I think a 7 map series is what we deserve for the season of expert that we've had. We deserve 7 maps. I think so, at least. And we're gonna get invited to the lobby. The ban is locked in for Fallen Angels, and they're going to get rid of Zarya. And I think it is a good ban. Obviously, you may not want to play against the PlayToys Zarya this map, but PlayToys has shown they are comfortable in the Malgamere in the entire series. What is up, Creamy Crusader? Big support for Mouse5 in the chat. And the bans are in Zarya for Fallen Angels and Alari for Mouse5. I do like the choices here. I do think usually I can be pretty critical of the bans, mostly just when I don't understand, why they were used. I feel like I'm pretty good at realizing why most bans are used, but sometimes I just have no clue why a team decided to do something, and I question it. But obviously, if I'm not in the room or in the VC with the team, I guess how am I supposed to know? And Mouse5, man, they know I hate waiting. I've streamed this team too much. They know I hate waiting between the maps, and I'm just gonna suck it up, obviously. But they're evil, bro. They know they're evil. Bunkachoko's already mentioned it, so I know that he's thinking about it. Genuine evilness. And just so you know, the reason that we take so long between maps is apparently because Abby is smoking cigarettes. So, I don't know if that's a buff or a nerf. I'm not gonna lie. So, I don't know if anyone has any insight on that, but that is what is taking so long between maps. Bullskunk is a unit. He does the most. Bullskunk is a unit. I could never do what he does. I do the NA cast every night, and sometimes they take it out of me, especially if I'm tired or whatever. He does 2 casts every day, bro, and he's doing 4 today. Come on, man. That guy's the king. Unbeaten performance from Bullskunk. Loki should tab this other game in from the mainstream. I have the scoreboard pulled up on FaceIt, but might as well just get it from the mainstream. Just wanted to go 7, Big fan of it going 7. Fujo girl. Looks like a lot of Mouse5 fans in the chat. They're all first-time chatters too, so maybe I messed up not doing a Mouse5 games sooner, I guess. It's been a while, I'm not gonna lie. But I love Mouse5 so much, so. Nyanza drops a nuke here. Is Nyanza in? I didn't even see. It looks like she is not in for this map. It is going to be Kree Martian once again, so. Yep. And actually, I'm going to take this time to grab another Coke Zero, because I do not know when we're getting into this one, so. Yippee. Alright, back. Got the Coke Zero. Those of you who aren't on ball, Coke Zero Cherry might be the greatest soda out there. I'm not going to lie. It is It is like Thanos mode. I've said it a few times. I need a Coke sponsorship, dude. Like, just send me some Coke Zeros and we'll be aight. You know what I mean? Like, I drink so much Coke Zero. It's so good that I introduced my friend to it. He had one while he was at my place. And he was like, "Yep, this is a nice piece." And he said he was at work and his boss walked in. And he was like, "What are you drinking?" He's like, "I'm drinking a Coke Zero Cherry." And he's like, "Can I try it?" And he's like, "Yeah." You know, he grabs a can, he tries it. He was like, "Buy 36 of these for the office. I'll give you the money. Just go." He was like, "Oh, okay." So, you know, I'm slowly gonna transform the world into a Coke Zero world, and we're finally getting into the map here. Let me tell you, these guys, they love taking their time. But we're finally in. And we're going to see what these teams want to play here. I think it's going to be Amalgamir again. We're going to see 7 maps of Amalgamir. Who knows? And Mouse5, I think they're feeling confident. And when you're typing in chat, you know, that's good vibes. That's good mental. And honestly, the money would be awesome, but I think both these teams wanted the master spot more. So, let's see what they can do here.
Ready for battle.
Mouse5, they're on the Cat Bastion again. They're on the CBT Ender, on the May. And can we please make CBT stick a little bit, dude? Like, I'm really trying to push my agenda here of calling it that, but it's not really picked up. Like, I'm watching the official stream in Japan, and none of them were calling it CBT. I don't know if there's any other reason for that or not, but who knows? To the side of Fallen Angels, though, it's going to be the Ana Juno. An interesting little backline to walk out on, I'm not going to lie. Obviously, probably don't want to do the break anymore from Benji, just how it went the last time on, whatchamacallit, Esperanza when the Cat Bastion was available. So, I respect this one a lot. And they're sticking it out on the May, on the Genji, and Martian on the Echo once again. Looks like they want to ride this Martian Echo for a lot of the series, and I see why. I mean, he's been a menace on it. See if he can continue his streak thus far. Map one here for Fallen Angels to be very, very good. Extend them to the match point. Obviously, we want 7 here. We want Mouse5 to probably take this one. You see Grease starting to cook. Pressure out this bash. They're applying pressure from the off angle as well. Leito is taking a ton of damage here, just going to fall to the Echo and the Genji. Uchop, though, stuck in the small room, going to die as well. So the Malgus trade, but Martian cleans up the Bastion. So an advantage fight here for Fallen Angels as Dez tries to make their way out. Martian on the hunt here. This guy on the Echo, man, he's been so good so far. And he finds 4 in this fight. And with these stagger kills, I don't know if Mouse5 are going to be able to retest this very cleanly. Maybe just for time's sake. It looks like they're actually just going to play for the second point, and I think it is the right decision here. Fallen Angels, they just walk this one through point 1.
Repositioning. Payload secured. Let's move.
It looks like Buchop's going to get walled in and potentially stuck here. Makes it out, but Playtoy's now going to get antsy, and Buchop going to go right back in here, but maybe a little overheat from the Malga going to fall. Ender finds the kill. And set up here on the Bastion. Mail out from the Duke. Martian doing way too much on this Echo right now as Nino falls now. And now an advantage to Fallen Angels as Buchop is on his way back here. Wall is out, but no Bastion available. Missing out on so much damage. Martian continuing to poke from the high ground. This guy's just been a freak on the Echo this series. I cannot lie. This might be a ban that needs to be taken away at this point. Nano does come out here onto Buchop, trying to find the better of this Malga trade, but this Malga is going to get frozen and just get chewed through. Destiny dropped the Curie Rush into this, does get traded by Kree. 4v2 in Mouse5's favor. It's just the DPS left for Fallen Angels. You know, such low HP, not a lot for them to do here, and we'll see if Abby hunts down this Genji or not. Knows where he's at. And Kree, I think, is going to get hunted down here. I mean, dashes out, but gets lighted on fire, and it's a big stagger for Mouse5. Big mistake from the Genji. Ender, though, starting to fall low, and Bootshop using the cage on the cart, looking for value, but Playtoy is going to come to stop the objective here. Gets antied, though. Bootshop will get countered, antied as Dez is on the Ana now. But Ender will trade out catch, and Mouse5 are trying to make their stand here on the second point after a pretty catastrophic first one. And Ender really starting to heat up on the May with the walls and the shots. Mouse5 continue to hold out here. Only 3 minutes really remaining. And Playtoys uses the cage pretty aggressively here. And it has everyone on the team in it. Does fall, but 3 are traded here. And the dupe forced as well. I actually think that went the way of Mouse5 somehow. I mean, they won the fight, obviously, even though they traded Playtoys at the very beginning, but they got the dupe out too. That is a massive fight win there from what looked like potentially like it could have been shambles in a second, but really nice follow-up from the rest of the team, and they continue to hold this. 2 minutes, 30 seconds now. Ray Blade is available here, but Catch is going to get antied as he pops it. It's going to get off, though. But Kree, stuck behind the wall, isn't going to be able to find any capitalization with the blade here. He's going to use it regardless, but this Bastion really cooking, and Ender going to find the kill here. This May player is really heating up. Martian does find the trade, but Mouse5, the trades are better for them. Bootshop looking for what he can find, but going to go down. And Mouse5, they've held for 3 minutes. Might as well make it 2 more. This time bank starting to get scarily low for Fallen Angels, especially with the ult situation where it is at. They have the nano working up to the cage, but that's really it. Martian does build these Echo dupes super, super quickly, but Mouse5, they have everything but the Blizzard and the cage for this next fight. I mean, this nano Bastion might just wreak havoc onto the Fallen Angels backline. You can see these shots just do so much damage. Goodbye, Genji. Goodbye, Kree. Bootshop trying to make his way out, but going to fall regardless, and a nice nano turn from Mouse5 to extend their hold here. This should be getting towards sub a minute, but Martian may find a kill here. I mean, the Sticky's not going to do enough damage to threaten the focusing beam Elim. This Echo player, he's been deadly so far. These ults starting to build up for Fallen Angels. They have the nano cage coming up on the dupe. Have to walk into the Cat and Bastion ults. Ender really, really working up to a Blizzard as well. Wall turn is out, looking for Bootshop. And this Malga player once again just going to fall here as Kree does get the nano, but I don't think they're going to be able to find enough trades with it. This Genji just simply does not have enough left in the tank, and Benji might be a stagger out here. I don't know if there is a world where this Ana makes it out. In Mouse5, they forced it to last fight here on point 2. It looked catastrophic. 5 minutes, 15 seconds for Fallen Angels to work with, but Mouse5, they've been getting it done. They have the Blizzard coming up on the cage. They have the Bastion ult. Ender needs to make sure he doesn't get forced too early here. Needs to get value out of this Blizzard, potentially into Bootshop's cage. Martian gonna dupe the Bastion early, but immediately taken out of it here. This Echo doesn't have a lot of health, but Kree going to random someone early. Cage comes out. Playtoy's gonna lose the cage here, but Ender doing so much on the May here. In Mouse5, they're gonna hold out. Ender, what a point from this May player. Oh my god, this guy is farming right now. You see Nino also 22-2, but on the May, I mean, to get this much value and this many crucial trades in these fights, like, this guy's on a heater.
Initiating match.
We'll have to see if there's a way for Fallen Angels to hold this one out. Obviously, job is not done. I've seen many first point Havana holds in my day. So you cannot count the Angels out right now, but Mouse5, they've definitely set themselves up for success in this map.
Ready for battle.
We'll have to see what they decide to do here. Martian going over to the Bastion, catch on the Cat, and I don't know if this is the adjustment Fallen Angels want. It feels closer to a little last-minute desperation to try to find a way to win the map. Wow, I cannot speak today, dude. Holy cow. To try and find a way to win the map than anything, but obviously this team, a lot of phenomenal players. We'll see if they can make it work or not.
Hi. You got you a
I saw Apply complaining about the observing. He said, just spectate the people with ults, and that's usually what I do, but you know, a little reassurance never hurt anyone.
Stop the
Martian
pain.
just lurking on this corner, Nino on the Bastion himself. They're going to scout out this cat Bastion pop early. I'll just see what they decide to take this. Card continuing to move here. Kree set up in the small room. Just hovering here. And it looks like Martian going to make his room here, looking for the early turn onto Nino, but not finding very much damage, and Martian's going to fall. Really deep turn as well. Boot Chop, though, trades the enemy Bastion. Now looking for the Mei of Ender, but Playtoys trying to find the Ana and will fall, so it looks like Fallen Angels, they're going to win this first fight. Kree gets traded, though, and Pizza Pete able to stay alive in the Mei block. He needs to stay alive here. And the respawns for Mouse5 very, very close. Nitto already back here, trying to lay down some damage onto the Ana. Vinci needs to be careful. He's going to get airlifted out by Catch. Boot Chop stuck on the bus. Going to get antied and forced out as well. And Mouse5, they continue to move this payload. Nino already has a Bastion ult available here, and they're taking a turn here. I really, really like it. Keep layering on the pressure. Now out of the Bastion form. Going to need to be patient as Kree gets the Nano and cleans up Dez. This guy on the Genji is an all-star in this league, and you can see really cleaning up in the back line. 3 for the Genji. Why not make it 4? Why not? Kree! We know what this guy's capable of, and he shows it here in a crucial team fight. And this clock should be getting below 2 minutes here. Mouse5, they're building up on ults. Basically have 5 a little behind on the cage, but basically the same situation for Fallen Angels as well. Benji just missing out on the Nano, but 4 ults should be enough to find a team fight win if they play their cards right. Nano gonna get this Nano. Looking for Martian, and the Bastion is going to fall. Catch the next target as well, but Kree's going to trade one in the backline here. Really nice blade from the Genji to equalize the numbers, but not going to be able to make it out. Boot Chop going to get pulled in by Funkachunko. Mouse5, they're not afraid to invest in this first point cap. What is up, Mr. Nano? How was Advanced Grand Finals? I hope it was good, but yeah, trying to be a better observer, you know how it is. But Mouse5, they're on the precipice of taking this first point here. There is a contest for Fallen Angels, and Boot Chop has the cage. Going to drop it on the point, but with the Mei ult available, this Malga not going to be around for very long, and Ender cleaning house on the Mei of this map, man. This guy, is it perfect Mei play? It might be. I don't know. And Mouse5, 3 minutes, 30 seconds to work with on the second point, and not very far to go. Just need to make sure they don't get stalled out at the same part of the map that Fallen Angels were. It looks like Ender going to be forced to sit on the cart here. Just hovering here, they're just going to cash in on all this free card space. The cart going to get towards one fight territory. Benji going to have the first ult available here for Fallen Angels, but nothing readily available, especially as Dino uses the Bastion ult. And Dez cleans up Martian. Kree, though, crucial trade in the backline onto the Ana. Looking for more here. This Genji player trying to do everything he can for this Fallen Angels team. He's traded both supports single-handedly as Nino falls very, very low. Catch, though, goes down. Kree, the last one of Fallen Angels here, is going to die late. And Mouse5, is that going to potentially secure this one for them? Nino going to get airlifted here, but just going to sit on the card. These respawns are late from Fallen Angels. Catch on the Kiri. Martian on the Tracer. Funkachunko, he has this cat ult available. Vinci, though, has the Nano. Probably going on to Kree, and they're going to get it off, but the Ana immediately goes down here. Kree, though, going to trade Dez. Nino finds Catch and the blade out for Kree. What can he find? It looks like nothing here, and this cart being walked in by the Malga as the Genji falls. Braden blade of all time, and it's just Martian left to stall at the point, and Mouse5 equalizes again on map 4. It's 2-2. We're going to go to map 5. Guaranteed at least 6 this series.
Play of the game.
honestly, what a really, really nice start to the series here. I guess we're about midway through now, but a real competitive one on our hands. Mouse5, they look unstoppable in the cash-in thus far. I'm not going to lie to you.
Winner.
Thanks, everyone.
Oh, very 4-0 Piggies. Very optimistic about moving to Expert next season. Very nice win for the Zodiac org. It's nice to see 2 Zodiac teams in Advanced Grand Finals. That's a nice org. They're ran by nice people. So hopefully they get some footing in Expert and start fielding some consistent teams there, because you know that's a nice group of people. They deserve every bit of success that they get. But yeah, we're moving on to map 5 here. It's going to be Fallen Angels map pick, and they're going to take us to Blizzard World. Obviously, only hybrid left in the pool. And honestly, I think this could be the time for the Malga, man. At some point, you got to get rid of Malga. And Fallen Angels are the one who get rid of it. Wait, I thought Mouse5 may do it, but Fallen Angels get rid of Malga here on Blizzard World. I guess they want no part of this Malga Cat Bastion anymore, and I can't really blame them. It's been pretty brutal to play against. In our Master Series, it looks like it's tied 2-2 as well. So, pretty banger series going on in NA right now. I mean, you got to love it. Also, I uninstalled my 7 TV because it took away my Twitch chat. So if that's fixed, if anyone knows if that's fixed or not, like low-key let me know, because I do want it back because I can't see any of the emotes, but I also really enjoy being able to type in my Twitch chat on 2-minute delay. So, you know, it's a tough little place to be in. And the second ban is in here for Mouse5. I'm curious what they get rid of here. I'm not going to lie. It's almost certain Ghost is going to come in here, potentially even play the Doomfist or the Hazard. And it looks like, yes, he is subbed in. Kree and Martian also staying in here as well. And yeah, we'll have to see what Fallen Angels have here. It is their map pick, both Boot Chop out. I mean, you never really know. Ghost, though, don't get it twisted. That guy is a menace. Honestly, could be a starter on a lot of teams here. It's honestly impressive they got a player as good as Ghost to agree to be, like, on the bench on a team. Like, he could start on, like, any of the top 5 teams. And I can only imagine that Abby is taking another smoke break. So if you guys want to come back in like 5 minutes, I'm sure the match will be ready then. But we will be probably waiting a while between these. I also really need the Spurs to kind of like start beating the shit out of the Thunder so Wemby gets benched. I'm not going to lie. Oh, I already lost my bet. That's always cool. Life could be worse there, I guess. Actually, I'm going to get hooked on this Wemby bet. That's so sad. He has 33 points. I'm under 32.5. Malga Cat Bastion gets... Hope Malga Cat Bastion gets gutted high key. I kind of agree. I'm not a big Malga Cat Bastion guy. I'm not going to lie. I'll send us on over to the map pool here. I think it is like somewhat just turbo boring. You just have to reinstall the recommended version of 7TV. Oh, I'm trying to be like Unk, bro. I don't do this. These lineups are being finalized. They take forever, bro. I'm just going to watch the Masters game on the side. Fuck this shit. Oh, wait. FaceIt removed the scoreboard from the Masters game? Question mark. Pause. I can't see it. I don't know if they just removed it because they're showing highlights or what, but I have no clue where the scoreboard went, which, you know, is always sick. It's 2-2. Sweet. Okay. It's always awesome. Mouse5 post cat ban on a non-Amalga slot map. Mouse5 in 6. Honestly, I think Fallen Angels may have this map pick. I think, though, Mouse5, once the Malga cash-in are just available every map, I don't know if there's any stopping it. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, they could just steamroll those last 2 maps of the series because Fallen Angels just really haven't had an answer for it, it feels like. And I'm getting invited to the custom game lobby, but I know we're not starting right now because, you know, someone's on a smoke break. So I'm just going to keep yapping it out. But we do get to see what the second ban is for this map, and it's going to be Juno from Mouse5. I actually don't see the vision too hard with that ban. Usually I can see the vision, but I don't know. Like with Malga gone, like were they really gonna play Juno? I don't know. You get rid of Genji, it probably does something similar. Like just Creed just can't play. I don't know. I'm not one to theorize. I'm sure they have their reasons for it. There's a lot of Mouse5 support in the chat. Maybe I should be a Fallen Angels supporter just because there's only WK showing the love here, dude. Everyone wants Mouse5 to win. I love Mouse5, dude. They know I love them. That's what's crazy. But I feel bad for the Fallen Angels. I like them a lot too. I mean, I've been casting them so much. Such a high TT kill for a single hero in this meta. Everyone falls asleep by the time the Malga dies. I mean, honestly, I think the Cat Bastion is my thing with Cat Bastion is like obviously Bastion can't really headshot, and it really takes away from I think like when you're spectating a hit scan player and they just make like a really nice play. Like even if like it's like sometimes like I feel like on the hit scan roll you're set up to like make a play or like hit a clip. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you're just like staring down 4 fish in a barrel with overclock and you kill 4, right? And you head tap them and it's like cool. And that same like kind of scenario happens on Bastion, but it just looks way less cool, and so it makes it way less entertaining to watch, in my opinion. The only ban Cat Bastion on my maps feels weird, man. I cannot comment on the Cat Bastion bans, but I have absolutely no clue. I'm not gonna lie. Start gambling in between maps to keep the dopamine up. The cuck share ain't too bad. Ender farming anyway. Sentence of all time. Dude, if you guys haven't tuned in, Huntertane is doing a FaceIt podcast called FaceIt Frenzy. We did 2 episodes this past week for Masters playoffs. I do not know if there will ever be expert integration into it. You know, obviously I'd love to, but running a podcast is hard in its own right, I think, and inviting guests and doing it all right would be a tough standard, I guess, for me to hold up. But it's been really nice to do. You guys should tune into it if you like. We do like Preds and stuff. If we end up doing expert sometime, obviously it would be super, super cool. I think everyone would kind of cling on to it if we did expert. But, you know, I'm really enjoying doing that Masters podcast. It's just been really, really fun doing like Preds and stuff. I haven't missed a fucking anything yet. And finally, Abby's in the lobby, so we can finally play and watch the game. Holy cow. It's not heating, but me and Coach are keeping each other warm. Feels okay. Sweet. What a playoff so far, man. What a grand final. 2-2. Can't ask for anything more. A 4-0 would have been so boring, right? Like, does anyone here enjoy a 4-0?
Ready for battle.
We'll see what happens here. Mouse5, they're on the Cat Bastion. Playtoy's on the Diva, but for Fallen Angels, Ghost is on the Orisa. I've never seen Ghost play Orisa before. I'm not going to lie to you. So this is low-key uncharted territory for me. I've only known him for Hazard and Doomfist. So yeah, this one definitely super interesting. They're on the double flex too. Martian on Tracer and Kree on Genji. Gotta see what they can kind of get going here. You know, obviously hovering in the air on the cash, and Mouse5, they look so good on it, especially when you're not mirrored. Wait, Ghost is on the Doomfist. I knew it. I was like, Ghost on Orisa? No way, right? Like, who would expect that? And they're going to ping out this Cat Bastion early, but knowing Nino is here is much different than dealing with Nino being here, I think. But Ghost on his way up, trying to punch them down. And I was thinking, is this techie, bro? Is this some way to kind of counterpick the Cat Bastion with Doomfist? I don't know, but let's watch what Ghost can do here. You, me, Camden, and Mythic make a podcast. Mythic would be a PR issue, bro. Not for like bad reasons, because he would just talk so much shit. And Ender going to find the better of Martian early. First kill of the map as Benji also falls, and Mouse5 going to find 2 big kills here to stave off the attack of Fallen Angels thus far. Ghost working in the room, but Catch is just taking way too much damage, trying to stay alive, but going to be very difficult for this Kiriko to do, especially with Ghost now falling to Ender. These kills just going to stagger out here for Fallen Angels. Looks like Kree actually might get significantly staggered here. Just going to get off the map, but I don't know if this is the play from the Genji, dude. I mean, that's a long stagger. That is like a 20-second stagger from Kree. Potentially more, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what that was all about. You know, you can see Ghost just has to get out now. They're down their Genji player, and this time bank is not Fallen Angels' friend right now. They're getting really worn down. Already getting close to that 2-minute mark, and they still have a lot of work to do to kind of set their players up for success. You see them clearing out this high ground. Ghost working in the under part right now. They'll have to find a way to get into this one, Ghost. I mean, looking for a hit. Hasn't found anything thus far. But I mean, can't cap this guy out. And using the Bastion ult here. Ender once again finds the better of Martian. Ender is so good today. Kind of the X factor for Mouse5. I know he was good, but I don't know if anyone expected him to be this good today. But Fallen Angel's starting to clean up here. Bunga pulls Ghost off the map, and I think Mouse5, they're going to win this one outright. But it looks scary there for a second. The trades were big from Catch and Co. See this taxi coming in from Bunga going to pull Nino all the way back to the point here. And Mouse5 continue their hold. This time bank at 1:15 now. Maybe 1 or 2 team fights left for Fallen Angels to work with. Depends the speed at which they take them, but they're building up the 5 ults here, and they forced a lot out of Mouse5 in the last fight. PlayChoice has the bomb, does the Kiri rush, and Ender going to put down Benji early. Kree, though, popping the blade, but what are you looking for with it? There's really no one available to hit. And this blade going to go to waste here for Fallen Angels, and honestly, Kree made stagger out once again. Yeah, it looks like it. Ghost, the last player left here for Fallen Angels, is going to make it out here. So much health for the Doomfist to stay alive with. Fallen Angels, they've been staved away thus far. They have 4 ultimates available. Dez has the Kiri rush. Nino working back to the Bastion ult. Bunga the Cat ult as well. See Ghost looking for this hit. Dez gonna use the Kiri rush here. Doomfist working in the backline. Benji's beat is out of Catch. Gonna use the rush onto the point. And PlayToys, goodbye, son. Holy cow, Ghost, what a kill from the Doomfist. You see Nino just taking so much damage. Support's trying to keep the Bastion alive, but unable to. Everyone on Fallen Angels is low, but they've been able to stay alive for now. Ender trades one, but does end up falling here. Bunga goes down, but the support line of Fallen Angels is gone here. Maybe a recontest opportunity for Mouse5. Ghost, though, just going to punch whoever touches this point first. And yeah, PlayToys not going to be able to make it. Mouse5, they're going to play for second point here, but the hold was good. They got 4 minutes off the time bank. Definitely very, very worth it here. Playboy's just stuffing this Doomfist from being able to do anything. Ghost has the Doomfist ult, only ult available for Fallen Angels here as Nino starting to get wheeled in here on the Cat Bastion. And Catch does go down. Two Playtoys on Diva. Martian and Ghost find the trades. Minji does fall. Once again, no supports available for Fallen Angels, but this comp, honestly, not super support reliant. This Genji Tracer Doomfist is very, very scrappy. See what they're able to kind of do here. Oh my god. Cart finally going to start moving here. And Ghost going to go over to the Diva himself here, sick of the Doomfist. Even with the ult. You see they're pinging this Cat Bastion out here. Ghost start making the move here, forcing Bunkachunko out. You know, looking for his form turn here. Not going to find anything, just going to stop the cart for now. The Bastion is wheeled away here. Martian pulse bomb goes wide, and 5 ults coming online here for Mouse5. We'll see how they can layer them here. It's going to be Bunkachunko starting off with the Catnap, pulling in the Diva, but just going to let her go. As the beat comes in, Blade as well from Kree, looking for the Bastion, but once again this Blade not going to find anything. You know, using the Bastion ult here as Martian finds Dez. Ghost though forced pretty far out of this fight. Ender finds a pulse bomb onto Kree. This fight getting really scrappy really quickly. Martian looking for Ender and does find the kill. This Tracer player needs to stay alive here, and Bunkachunko is going to kill him. Mouse5, they continue to hold this. 22 seconds remaining. Catch has the carry rush. Mouse5 only the bomb to work with as Bunkachunko works up back to another Catnap.
10 seconds.
Almost there. Keep up the
Let's see how Fallen Angels try to take this here. I mean, Nino is just hovering over the point on the Bastion. Catch going to explode out of the high ground here with the Curie Rush. Ghost going to start walking onto the back line of Mouse5, but Nino using the form to mitigate the effects of the rush for now. Playchoice has the bomb. Ghost working up to a bomb of his own. Nino taking a lot of damage, and this Bastion player is going to fall. All the care DM'd by Ghost. You see Playchoice looking for a trade on the point, but nothing yet for Mouse5 as this Diva player tries to hold on to as much HP as possible before the bomb is forced, but Playchoice is going to fall here. Bomb finds nothing, and Fallen Angels were going to get to play third point here. They've gone to overtime, both of the first 2 points, but only a minute 30 to work with. We'll see if they can complete the map here or not. Lots of ults coming online. Bomb, pulse bomb, and beat coming up. Kree also working up to the Blade, but Mouse5 also coming up on quite the ult bank themselves. Nano just going to be hovering here, waiting for a turn. Looks like they're going to make their move now. It's Bastion. TP out from Catch. All the Curie resources are forced, and the beats out from Benji in turn. Bunkachunko's Catnap going to find Ghost, but the bomb just taken off the map there. Cat needed to be a little bit careful, but able to survive, and Ghost taking a lot of damage on the Diva, trying to make it out. But Dez does get traded by Kree, who's built up to a Blade now. 2 ults used there by Fallen Angels, and it took 3 from Mouse5 to kind of win that one. So we'll see what Mouse5 are able to do now as Fallen Angels with the Blade look to make their move here. Kree been kind of lackluster with the Blade so far this series. What can he do here when his team needs it most? They're working up to the Curie Rush as well, but Nino applying damage in the backline, and Ender's pulse bomb onto Martian, going to be a massive opener for Mouse5 to work with. Kree, though, looking for the trade with the Blade and finds it. Des falls as well, and the Curie Rush is out from Catch. Fallen Angels, they need this fight win really, really bad. Kree starts looking at this Cat Bastion. Playchoice does blow up Catch, bomb out. Nitto and Bunkachunko stay alive here. Kree needs to be careful, taking a lot of damage. Pulse bomb goes wide from Martian, and the Bastion ult is out. Looking for the Diva of Ghost, but Ghost is able to stay alive for now. This fight getting really, really scrappy, but the kill's coming in from Mouse5. And no one can touch for Fallen Angels. Mouse5, they hold out here on the 3rd point, but the push from Fallen Angels is still very, very good.
Switching sides.
Mouse5, they're going to have to get it through quite a lot of the map to secure this map. When they played very, very well for most of it, but obviously sometimes not enough at the end of the day. Lukey, I just pulled up the scoreboard and did not look at it at all, so I'm going to pull it back up again. Ender's having a series right now, dude. 19-5 on the Tracer. With what he did on the Mei on Havana, I mean, Jesus Christ, this guy. He's feeling it today. Fallen Angels, they've catch hovering the Alari. It's like actually going to walk out on it here. I don't know if I've seen them put catch on Alari before. It's an interesting hero choice here. I'm curious about Benji potentially plays here. I don't know really what it could be. I mean, it's going to be the Ana, I guess, but...
Didn't you lose an entire jet once? Not on purpose. Hi. You know what you're doing.
Kind of a really fragile backline here for Fallen Angels. I'm curious. They're kind of looking to do this here. Maybe trying to poke the cat out a lot pre-fight to make it hard for Chungo to wheel Nino into these turns. But, I mean, I just don't know. I'm curious to see what kind of happens here.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A. Don't slow me down.
Carried on the wind.
As moving out towards the Tracer right now, Mouse5 just taking the space that they are allocated. Quickly realizing what they are working with here. I'm curious to see what they decide to do. They need to be patient here. Just be patiently on the corner. You know, going to start making his move now with the Bastion turret for him, but actually not going to use it here. Just forces out the Alari. The rest of the team was not ready to go in. You know, just creating space here, getting set up. We're going to leave to help the rest of the team. You know, really, really patient from Mouse5. They don't want to give an unnecessary kill, and they got themselves set up really nicely here. Fallen Angels, they have to make this weird rotation. Now they're all stuck in the room. They have to find some way to get back out onto the point. Ghost gonna start touching, but this Diva maybe a little too deep here. Going to take so much damage, and Nino getting wheeled at the Ana and the Alari. This Ghost is going to get demeched. Benji falls, Kree falls, and it looks like Mouse5 are gonna break through this one. Very slow and methodical, and a really, really nice idea from them. I think they played that to perfection. Also, guys, do not fight in the Twitch chat. For the record, I've read the comments, and I think it is dumb. So it's not worth talking about. It's not that I really want to get involved. I'm just saying, don't think it's worth anything.
Help me move the payload.
Mouse5, they've built up to 5 ults right now. Which has the bomb coming online. And for Fallen Angels, they're coming up on 5 as well. Ghost a little bit behind on the Diva bomb. Honestly, I kind of like the Duke a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I don't really know why, but I kind of mess with it heavy. Cash, they're going to start us off with the Alari ult here. And it's, oh my god. It's going to go wide in the sky. We got that one live on cam. Kree, though, going to find the trade onto Dez, but these DPS of Fallen Angels go down here. Nino uses the Bastion ult, doesn't find anything, but Ghost gets demeched, Catch falls, and Mouse5, they're going to continue to keep the cart moving here. Looking to find a big map 5 victory to send them to series points. Benji has the Nano, Kree has the Blade, Ghost the bomb. Walking into the Kurush bomb of Mouse5. Kree gonna start us off here with the Nano Blade, just looking for the Diva mech. Blade Toy is just going to get cut down here. And Kree does survive your bomb thrown into that by the Mouse5 Divas. Nino gets cleaned up, and Fallen Angels are gonna be able to stand up here on the second point and start making their hold. Cart one fight away from getting capped, but no ults readily available for Mouse5. Fallen Angels, not really anything as well. Ghost has the bomb. Martian coming up on the Pulse bomb. Martian trying to pick out this cat Bastion rotate, but you know if I can check out. Gonna start waking their way through Ender, trying to build up to a Pulse bomb here as he starts forcing the cart. Martian coming coming up on his own as well. And they're trying to force out some of Catch, but Tracer just needs to play slow, and Benji's going to fall here. Playtoys, though, really, really low and gets booped off the map by Ghost. What a play by the D.Va player. Now, Fallen Angels once again find themselves in a pretty advantaged spot. Card continues to move for Mouse5, but there is a touch available here as Ender does trade one out with the Pulse Bomb. 2 for Ender on the fight. Bucket Chungo trades Martian, and now suddenly, maybe this fight isn't so one for Fallen Angels. Mouse5, they need to wait for the respawns, and Ghost with Bomb, full HP, standing on the cart right now, going to be very, very hard to move. Playtoys has made their way back. Bucket Chungo probably picking up Nino as well. Just poking on the point. The team's ever patient here. Bucket Chungo going to start us off with the catnap onto the on, and just going to get the kill. Catch falls, so no supports available. Martian's Pulse Bomb gets eaten. And Nino, taking so much damage, is going to get traded, but this card starting to get walked in by Mouse5. Ghost's going to drop the bomb onto it, but the Baby D.Va will fall, and Mouse5, 3 minutes to work with here on the 3rd point. And not too much meterage to go here. A lot of this I think they're going to get kind of for free here up to this corner, and then maybe a singular fight win potentially away from securing match point. Free does get the nano here. Trying to build up to the blade, I think, in the backline, but honestly, we'll see if he even wants to use it. I mean, Dez going to get killed at the spawn door, but this might be all this nano blade is good for here. Free gets forced out pretty heavily by the Cat Bastion. Kintsugi 1. I love it. That's a great storyline right there. Dez gonna start the Curie Rush here. Nino in the Bastion form. Starting to go to work. Martian going to get cut down by the Bastion. Nino, though, gonna get hit by the Alarial to Catch and going to fall here. Ender gets traded as well. Catch trying to stay alive here and doing a nice job of it. Playtoys isn't able to find the kill in this D.Va of Mouse5. Forced to kind of reset here. We're going to still continue to play it here. Free on the Genji. Looking to find the kill here. And this Genji player needs to be careful here. Playtoys looking for the kill, but Free needs so much care from his backline and able to stay alive as Dino kills 2, kills 3. The Bastion. Can he get Mouse5 over the line? D.Va Bomb out from Playtoys, but Martian going to fall late. It's just Ghost left here, trying to make it onto the point. Has a bomb available and going to lob it into the air with this Baby D.Va going to fall. And Mouse5, I think they're going to do it here on map 5. 0.58 meters separate them and the win, and someone has to touch for Fallen Angels. In Mouse5, they're going to get it over the line on map 5 and advance to series point 3-2. Holy cow. What a map.
Play of the game.
And Ender 33-6. I mean, he turned up for that map. And yeah, we have a real series on our hands here. We're going to map 6. Fallen Angels get another map pick. It will be their last of the series. I'm curious to see where they decide to take us to. The entire pool is now unlocked. You just cannot pick a previous map. So they should have a strong map pick here. It really just depends where they want to send us to. And it looks like it's going to be Suravasa for map 6. The flashpoint coming out. And they might need to protect ban the Malga. I'm not going to lie to you. But it looks like they're actually going to go for the Kiriko here. Maybe they're trying to call the bluff that Mouse5 won't ban it away. But honestly, they looked good outside of the mirror. So I would be kind of surprised. I think it might be a good play to not play Malga here and just kind of play it out again on the D.Va. I mean, they just looked so good on it on Blizzard World. I think that's a pretty solid strategy. So, yeah, I would be kind of surprised if they didn't decide to go that route or not. And the counterban is in here from Mouse5. I'll go ahead and lock this into the map setup. Flashpoint, Suravasa. Yeah, Suravasa. I mean, I love Flashpoint, especially late series maps, dude. Flashpoint always delivers, bro. It's like one of my favorite game modes to watch. I'm not gonna lie. Those of you just tapping in, maybe coming from Masters Finals, this is the story so far. Mouse5 put together 2 map wins in a row to advance to series point, but Fallen Angels, plenty of opportunity to get back into this themselves. And for those of you also now joining us, Mouse5's tank player takes smoke breaks in between maps, so we are going to be potentially waiting 5 minutes, which, you know, always a joy. Anyways, I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Honestly, everyone's saying, I see the Mouse5 and 6 comments. I honestly think Fallen Angels kind of send this to 7, bro, and then Mouse5 maybe secure this one in 7. That was my pred, by the way. It would be awesome to end the series off with an accurate pred on Grand Finals. A map 7 Mouse5 pred would be insane to end a series off with this season, considering we've had such an awesome time this season. So, yeah, that'd be so cool. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, we're just going to sit here and wait. I mean, shit. Map 6 coming up. We'll have to see what happens. We're in store for hopefully a lot here. The last Flashpoint map was pretty dominantly favored by Fallen Angels. And I think if the Malga's available, we could see history repeat itself here. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, Fallen Angels, they're really stronger than Malga. Bootchop, obviously a great Malga player. We'll just have to kind of see what the choice is. The Kiri ban is a good ban, though, because I think if you don't ban the Malga, you don't have to deal with that Kiriko in the Cat Bastion. So whoever the support they choose to run with it is kind of like more immobile, I guess, right? You can't just TP across half the map through 17 walls and stay alive. So could be a potential way for Ghost to get into the series here if Malga is taken away. 30 seconds left on the lineup finalization. We're just going to continue to sit and wait and see what kind of starts happening here. I'm not going to lie. I just want to see what the ban is at this point. That's all I want. One more Mouse5, one more. Yeah, lineups are going to finalize. The ban is in, and it's Genji taken away, so Kree going to stay in this map. Probably just going to play the Reaper. Bootchop is back in, and Ender is staying in for another map. He's been on fire on Flex DPS thus far. We'll see if he can continue the streak here and potentially ice this one for Mouse5. But once again, we know that we are going to be waiting for this smoke break, so we'll see you guys in like 4 minutes when the map actually starts. Fallen Angels, they're fighting for their life here. It's a must-win map for them. Could not be a better storyline. Must win, obviously. A lot of great implications. Trying to keep the series going here. This is the first time they've been behind all series, by the way. They do not like what I say because I speak the truth. Mouse5 and 7, dude. I want 7 maps. 7 maps would be fun. You know, it would be even more fun, like 8 maps, bro. Like, what if they drew Blizzard World? That would have been crazy, bro. 8 maps in a grand final. Has that ever happened before? Does, like, anyone know if that's ever happened before? That would be genuinely insane, right? And Bull Skunk Raid! Holy cow! Mr. Bull Skunk, how was the official streams, dude? You were putting in the work earlier, man. I saw. I was tuning into the EMEA and NA games, obviously, before this stream. You've been putting it like 4 series in a row, dude. Get some sleep, get some rest. You've been on it today, dude. But thank you so much for the big fat raid, dude. That was a great series of grand finals. I saw the Starbits Hypnos win in 7, and obviously I heard about the Kintsugi win in 6. So thank you so much, brother. Much love. Fantastic season of Overwatch. Face it. You were awesome. I loved watching the stream today. It was great. But yeah, for those of you just tuning in now, we got a heater on our hands here. Mouse5, first time they've been ahead all series, not playing from behind. In the Expert Grand Finals in NA. And Fallen Angels, they're trying to send it to a 7th map here. They chose Suravasa for this map pick, by the way. The last Flashpoint map played in the series was Atlas. And I will say it was a pretty dominant victory from Fallen Angels. So we'll see if they can continue their Flashpoint streak here or not. I'm excited. I hope everyone else is excited. Hopefully we got a banger on our hands, man. I wanted to go to 7th map so bad. Expert, it always delivers. It's delivered all season long. The playoffs has been the craziest it's been in forever. We're really just kind of getting it going. What's up, Albert? How are you doing, brother? +1 smoke break. Yep, that is the story of the series. Also, for those of you just joining us, Mouse5 Tank takes smoke breaks between maps. So we wait like anywhere between like 5 and 7 minutes between maps to get into it here, which is why kind of the series is dragged out so long. But you know, whatever. I guess I'm here for it. Whatever gets you in the mood to play some Overwatch in grand finals. You know, I can't hate on it. It's just their process. What's up, Jinx? But yeah, hopefully Masters was a good time. I love Masters so much, bro. It's been so fun doing Masters this season. Seriously, like, insanely enjoyable. And we're finally getting into the game. Let's go. We're going to make it in. We're going to survive. And we're going to get to see what these teams want to play here. For those of you also just tuning in, Mouse5 got rid of the Genji. Creed did get target man. I assume he's going to be on the Reaper this map. And Fallen Angels got rid of the Kiriko. We're probably going to see some sort of Malga mirror. The only question is Mouse5 going to be on the Castion again? Who knows? But we'll get to see our answers now.
Ready for battle.
It's going to be the Cat Bastion once again, it looks like, from Mouse5. Bunky Choco just hovering the Mercy for a little bit of fun. I assume Ender, a.k.a. Pizza Pete 22, going to go over to the Tracer as well. Martian on the Tracer himself, and Chop on the Malga. Juno Brig also from Fallen Angels here. Really, really synergistic with the Malga. Yeah, let's see what happens here, man. Can we get a 7th map? Only the Lord knows. And then we're going to get wheeled on over to the point here by Bunka Choco. Both teams on the Malga. We've seen Amalgam here for the most of the series. Minnow. He's setting up on the outsides of the point. Looking for Boot Chop. He's trying to poke the Malga out early, but Boot Chop doing a ton of damage back to him. Martian trying to capitalize here. Going to get forced out by Blade Choices. Nino. Going to use the turret for him here, putting a ton of damage into Boot Chop, and the nade perfect from Dez, going to help with the follow-up there. And Mouse5 looking to take early control of this point. Kree, though, finds a pretty big trade onto the Ana. And the point will get flipped in Mouse5's favor to start us off, but recontest should be available for Fallen Angels, but not if this backline just gets cleaned up. Nino going to combine with Blade Choice to clean up the Juno Brig. Fallen Angels, they're going to have to wait for an entire respawn here to take another fight. Creed needs to make sure he doesn't stagger, but Martian, big trade onto Ender in the neutral. Martian setting up on the perimeter here. Trying not to get forced out too hard by the opposing Tracer. Nino, though, in the turret form, looking for damage. Kree going to find the kill. Boot Chop, though, does go down, but Blade Choice is taking so much damage. This Reaper trying to find the kill. And Blade Choice going to get pulsed by Martian. The point flips back to Fallen Angels' favor. Going to start accruing a little bit of percentage here. Kree looking for Bug and Choco. This Jetpack Cat takes so much damage, but Nino using the ult from spawn. Looking for some kind of value, and Kree Gets the Wraith forced out here, trying to stay up. Has the Reaper ult, but going to be patient here. Doesn't want to force it. Especially with Bootchop. Taking a lot of damage early here. It's an in for Mouse5. They put the Nano onto the Bastion here, but no kills are really attained. Ender very, very low though. Martian and Ender fighting very, very aggressively on the off angle. And Martian gets the better of this Tracer counterpart. Free immediately gets traded here. Stomp in from Bootchop as he gets anti. Cage is out, rallies out. Nino is gone. Bootchop though so low, but Legos has to reload. And that's going to lead to the kill on the Malgan. Fallen Angels, they're looking good to take this one, and the stagger onto Destiny. Probably going to secure it as well here. I mean, this Ana, good luck at taking a fight next, dude. I think Mouse5 probably just going to have to let this one go, or they're going to have to balance the touches masterfully. It looks like Playtoys is going to go for it, though, with the cage. It's going to land onto the rig, and Vinci will fall. Nino, though, gets traded. And with this Juno Ray coming out, I doubt Mouse5 are going to find a way to win this one. Playtoy is going to fall. Fallen Angels, they take control of the first flashpoint here. 2 more, and they send this one to a map 7. Mouse5, the scrappiest team in Expert. Can they even the score here on Saravasa? Looking at the second flashpoint. Martian has the pulse bomb, Kree, the Reaper ult. Bumchinger though has the catnap, and Nano building up to the Bastion ult as well. You guys could build it a mid-fight Nano, but not going to build it in time to start with it here. Kree going to start lurking in the backline here. Dez falls so low, but the kills are here for Fallen Angels. Kree didn't need the Reaper ult, just kind of pops it just to secure anything that was there. Fallen Angels, looks like they're going to get the better of this first team fight. Find an early cap on the second flashpoint. I think the early caps are the most important point of flashpoint maps, right? Because you can take the second fight at whatever pace you kind of want to. If you play slow enough, you get the point up to like 75%, and you're basically one fight territory away from a flip. Bootchop, they're going to hold up and come back to the point here. Mouse5. Looks like they're trying to deal with Kree and Martian in the back line. Kree going to have all his cooldowns forced. Nino looks for a turret form turn here. Unfortunately, not able to find anything. Dez going to get harassed by Martian in the back line as a counter crunch goes wide from Playtoys. Bootchop's crunch, though, going to find Dez, and Pizza Pete, a.k.a. Ender, goes down. And Fallen Angels, they're looking golden on this flashpoint map right now. Kree is going to get traded by Playtoys, but Respawn's going to take quite some time here for Mouse5. Bootchop poking up here, has the cage available to potentially stop the touch from Playtoys, who is going to start making their way over to the point here. Does get the touch, almost booped off, but the Nano is out onto Nino, and Kree is going to fall here. This Nano Bastion just shredding through Mouse5. Bootchop looking for a trade on the way out here. Martian found Dez, but the point flips, the Malga falls. Catch. Just going to wait for the rest of his team to respawn to look for a recontest. Not too many ults there for Mouse5. It was only the Nano. They're going to have the other 4 available for the next fight. Fallen Angels, they have Cage, Pulse, Juno Ray coming up. Rally available. This next fight could be really gross in terms of ults popped here. The cage from Bootchop going to land on the point, but this Malga just going to explode. Trades in, though, from the DPS. Playtoys using their own cage, trying to find kills. It looks like they're going to be able to. The Reaper roll and the cage popped from Mouse5, but lots popped in turn from Fallen Angels. It was the rally, the pulse bomb, and the cage. So Multicon looking good here for Mouse5 to secure this. Fallen Angels, though, they have one more team fight, and they have the Juno Ray ult available for it. See what Catch is able to do with this one. But Nino with the early turn here, they're looking for this Juno, and Catch is going to fall with the Juno Ray. Wait, big mistake here. Bootchop gets antsied and dies, and I think Mouse5 are going to even it up here. I mean, Nino going to get traded, but the kills have already been found by the rest of the team. Mouse5, they do a nice job targeting that Juno early, making sure the Ray is not in effect for this team fight, and they're going to even us up here on Saravasa.
Let's attack the objective.
We're going to start wheeling Nino back to the point. In this Bastion form, looking for kills as Juno taking so much damage, and Catch going to fall here to the catnap. Kree though, looking for a trade in the backline. And this Reaper ult is going to clean up. It does get traded, and it's just Martian and Benji left. Now, just the Tracer, it looks like. But Playtoy is just way too much HP for Martian to chew through solo, but it looks like the Tracer gonna go for the touch for a second here. Recall is forced, and Bootchop almost back in time to touch, but isn't able to. Inder, though, is going to fall early here. Fallen Angels play patient enough. They should be able to get this immediate flip. Playtoys, though, doesn't want to allow it here. And the pulse bomb from Martian goes wide. Catch still has this Ray, but Nino gonna get the Nano and gonna find the trades here. Fallen Angels, they just cannot win a clean team fight. Kai slash Kree, I mean, is gonna find the Elims to secure this flip, but not pretty at all from Fallen Angels. And ults starting to really start getting stacked up from both teams. And Fallen Angels, they're gonna have everything starting to come up really soon. But this potentially pulse bomb, the Reaper has a while on it. And for Mouse5, it's kind of the same here. Behind on the Nano, but everything else coming up pretty readily here. Early turn from Bootchop, leading pretty aggressively for this Malga. Anti's out though. Bootchop is just going to once again melt Kree though. Big trades for the Reaper, but 3v2 in Mouse5's favor. Looks like they're gonna find this point flip here. Benji just has to jump off the map. Doesn't want to stagger too hard. And they want to take a next fight as quick as possible.
I like that. I hate to be on your bad side.
Martian starting to lurk on the off angle here.
Okay.
Nindo's turret form, trying to find damage onto Bootchop, but no kill found. Bootchop, though, is going to fall here, just way too much damage. Rebro from Kree doesn't find anything as well. Playtoy is getting all the healing required to stay up here. Rally out from Benji, though. Trying to find some way into this, and the stun going to cancel Ender's Reaper roll, and Playtoy just does not have very much health to work with. The E, though, going to get this Malga all the way back up to full. Someone has to touch. It's going to be Kree. Bootchop made his way back and going to throw the cage onto the point here, looking for the Malga in turn, and Playtoys falls. Nino as well. Bunkachunko too. And Fallen Angels, big point flip found here. I think there should be a touch available for Mouse5, but their toucher has a pretty late respawn. Ender could look for it, but this Reaper is going to get forced so early here and get scouted by Martian. Bunkachunko going to start wheeling Nino over to the point. No ults available from either team to start us off with. Dez, though, does build the Nano, throws on to Ender, but all the kills are going in Fallen Angel's favor. Big trade from Ender on the way out, but this Reaper has to get to touch the point, but no one makes it. Bunkachunko just barely too late, and Fallen Angels, they were gonna lose this point, but they're able to hold on by the skin of their teeth. And they're one flashpoint away from sending us to a map 7.
A dark step.
Playtoys making their way over to the point, has the cage. Bunkachunko, the catnap. McCree has this Reaper Blossom available here. We'll have to see if it's fat or not. Bootchop is going to get antied and stuck in the cage. It just crumples over at the start of the team fight. Kree will fall as well, and Mouse5 going to get control of the 4th flashpoint early. You know, lurking here on the Bastion, this second perk is just so brutal into the non-mirror, right? You just blow up the enemy squishies so fast. See Bootchop gonna start making their way over to the point. Playtoys, though, gonna help combine for this kill onto Benji, but this Malga gonna get knocked out of the stomp. Kree going to use the Reaper ult to secure the kill. Bunkachunko falls too, but Nino traded to during this, and Ender just going to rip a solo Reaper ult into the Juno, trying to secure this fight win here. And Mouse5, one fight away from securing the 4th flashpoint, 63% accrued. And Ender trying to survive, and Martian stagger. I mean, that is not what you want to see from the Tracer player. Catch has this Juno Ray available. Needs to make sure Bootchop lives a turn here with the antis from Dez coming in on the Reaper. Nino, early turn on the Bastion form, looking for Valiant, forces so many cooldowns out. Kree taking a turn. Nano out. Kree will fall. Des gets traded though. Catch with this Juno Ray. Needs to make sure he doesn't die before it gets off. But Juchop is going to fall. The kills are here. And Catch, the last one left for Fallen Angels, doesn't use the Ray. And it looks like Mouse5 are going to get this 4th flashpoint to go. And we're going to go to the 5th one to see who wins map 6. If Mouse5 win, they will win Grand Finals, and Fallen Angels trying to win this one to send it to a 7th. Gonna come over here in the Bastion ult. This boot chop just crumples before everybody here. And Fallen Angels, they're trying to find trades, but stuck in the cage. It's going to be so hard in this rally coming out. Feels like more of a desperation attempt here. The damage starting to come in onto the back line, and Ender goes down, so maybe an opportunity here off the back of this rally for Fallen Angels. The respawns are quick as well. Martian just trying to apply pressure on the point. Bishop is here, gets antsy, but Nino's going to fall, and now suddenly this early point cap that I thought was going to go Mouse5 way actually goes Fallen Angels way. For Mouse5, they have a lot of ults available, both support ults and the Reaper ult. Bootshop has the cage Kree, the Reaper ult himself. We'll have to see if that is potentially enough for a fight when you're versus everything that Mouse5 have to offer. Bootshop taking a lot of early damage here. It looks like they're going for an early turn here. Cage is out. Playtoys stuck in it, but the Ana cooldowns are good. Ender using the Reaper ult, doesn't find anything. Kree didn't have enough time to build up to this, but the stomp from Bootchop is good. The Malga does get traded though. Nino will fall, and it's just Playtoys here with Bunkachucko trying to stay alive. Crunch going to find the kill onto Benji. His catch falls as well. Martian's pulse bomb goes wide, and Playtoys and Bunkachucko find a way to clean that up. Somehow, some way. Reminiscent of Kobe and Shaq, dude. They turned that 3v2 into a fight win, and they flipped the point. And it really only took Ender's Reaper ult. I'm not going to lie here. They're looking really set to potentially take this catch. Coming up on the Ray, Kree has the Reaper ult himself, and Vinci is turbo farming back to a rally here. But I want to see what they're able to do in this Reaper ult from Kree. Just does way too much damage in the backline. Nino, though, gets the Nano, and Bootchop gets traded. 4v3 in Mouse5's favor. Benji stuck on the point, going to die. Catch making his way out with Martian, and Fallen Angels are going to have one last fight to send this to 7 with. Lots of ults available for Mouse5 here, but Catch has the Ray. Benji working up to the rally as well. And it may take some pretty masterful play from Fallen Angels here to find a win. Playtoy's going to start us off early with the cage here. Nino using the Bastion turret, looking for kills, but this Bastion maybe a little over-aggressive as Nino dies. And is there an in here for Fallen Angels? Des taking so much damage with the Ana, forced to nade themselves to survive here. The crunch from Bootchop, though, should lead to this kill, but Bunkachuck doing a nice job keeping the Ana alive here. And it looks like Mouse5 is playing for another fight. Benji used the rally to try to secure this, and Ender dies late. We might see a pretty scuffed touch here potentially for Mouse5. Bunkachuck might just have to get this one himself. Bootchop has the cage available. Bunkachuck with the catnap. They're going to catnap the Cat Bastion, and no one touches. We're going to map 7. What a play from Bootchop to stop the touch of Mouse5 and to send this to a 7th map. Holy cow, what a series we have in Expert right now. Yeah, I don't know if you could ask for much more in a grand final. I'm going to take all the time we have to ping everyone that we are going to map 7 in my Discord. Join the Discord, by the way, if you want to stay connected. Do a lot of streams, so it's awesome time. Gonna mention everyone. And Jesus, dude, you could not ask for a better series here. Both teams battling back against each other, exchanging blows. And Mouse5, the team that made it through winners, are going to have an opportunity here to choose a map for all the marbles. It is 11 o'clock. This series, 11:15. This series started at 9. My voice is dying. And I spoiled on Discord. Because I'm a bot. But everyone needs to see this. Mr. Vinette, we need everyone in here. This is important. I always forget I'm on 2-minute delay. I just get way too hype about the game, and then I'm like, oh shoot, I spoiled everything. And the map picks and bans are over. I didn't catch a single one of them, so I'm just gonna have to update us all when we get into the lobby here. But man, Expert has turned up so much this season. The games have been awesome. The teams and the players have been awesome. I forget who was. I was on Pirate stream earlier watching NA Masters, and he was like, in Masters I feel like everyone is for the most part like cool with each other, and then in NA it's like everyone just fucking hates each other. Like everyone in Expert, I mean, everyone just hates each other. Like everything is so personal. And I was like, that's probably so true, bro. There's so much like random beef in Expert. It's so fun. But that's honestly what makes the matches way more fun, especially when you know the implications. Although I do not think there's any beef here that I am aware of. So, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens here. And considering I missed the map pick and ban, I am just just chilling, having a great time here. I'm honestly nervous for all the players, dude. This is the precipice, man. This is for everything. On the biggest stage. And I'm curious what the map pick was. I don't have it. I just want to know. Please tell me, game. That's all I want. Lineup, 50 seconds remaining. And I've been thinking about it. I think if Mouse5 choose a good map, I don't know if Fallen Angels have bans left to ban out like Malga, Castion, Kiri, Reaper. I feel like have they all been banned out? Like you could ban out Reaper, but they really want to. I think they maybe could only ban Reaper out of that. But do they want to ban Reaper? I don't know. Fallen Angels, I mean, they're in a tough spot. Mouse5, I think they have a lot of things they potentially get rid of. I mean, actually, I don't know. Like, is Tracer still available? I mean, I don't know. They can't get rid of Brig. Maybe Juno? I don't know, actually. Maybe the bans really are completely just run through by now. I have no clue. This shit just another Sunday night. For Mouse5, this is just another Sunday night. They're built for the lights. That's for sure. And Map 5, Runasapi. We will not see a Map 8. No chance of a draw, I think, at least. I mean, I guess there is, like, technically a chance, but, like, I think everyone literally has to die at the end of a tied game for that to happen. So, I'm going to go with no chance here. And I don't know who banned. Oh, wait. The Reaper ban is going to be... Reaper ban is Mouse5's, I believe, right? Yes, I believe so. Because they banned Wuyang Map 2, and they banned Reaper Map 2. So, is Mouse5 Reaper ban, and Ana is taken away by Fallen Angels. I'll go ahead and lock these in. We are into the map. No crazy smoke break. We take a look at the map pool. This is the series thus far. We have been in it for the long haul and ending it off on a banger per usual, man. Albert, thank you so much for the tier 1 for 6 months, dude. You are the greatest, bro. You're him. You're the GOAT, dude. Gotta get you into some of these casts sometime, bro. It'd be so fun. But yeah, we're going to get to see what these teams want to play. I'll transition us to the in-game here. Not slacking, I swear, but I think we all knew what it was going to probably come down to here. The Malga of Boot Shop on Runasapi and Play Toys is baiting me. They know they're baiting me. We know it's going to be Malga, Castion, Ender on the Tracer. Everyone on their best heroes, I think, for the most part here. Nothing banned out that I think really anyone super wanted to play besides maybe the Reaper. So this is literally it. With both teams on comps that are very, very familiar to them. We'll have to see what happens here. Nino gonna get poked out pretty early here by Bootchop. This Malga looking for a potential hit onto the back line. Just gonna have to disengage here. Nino using the turn form, looking for kills, but hasn't been able to find anything. Kree though, maybe a little overcommitted, but going to be able to stay alive, and no one wants to die early in this fight, but Martian's gonna open it up with the kill onto Nino. Ender trades onto Catch, but Bungachoco is so low, trying to stay alive. This Cat Kiriko doing such a good job not falling to Martian. And a 4v4 breaking out on the point. Neither team can get an edge. Already a minute off the clock. Fallen Angel's going to be moving the cart, but Playtoy's very healthy here. Can look for a recontest as Martian finds Ender. Already has a pulse bomb as well. What can the Tracer find here to potentially break this fight through for Fallen Angels? Dez going to get aggressed on, and pulse bomb onto Nino, going to end the Bastion here. And it looks like Fallen Angels are going to take early control of the push bot off the back of massive plays from Martian to start us off at 3-0 for the Tracer player. And ults starting to build for both teams. Martian lurking in the small room here, looking for a hit, but the Malgas both fall to the ground. Dez uses the Curie Rush here, looking for value. And Martian going to find the trade onto Dez in this team fight. Benji drops so low, but able to survive the cart. Getting stolen, though, by Mouse5. You see Bootchop trying to make his way over to potentially win the fight here. Trying to swing this one. Nino falls, and it looks like Fallen Angel should be in control of this. Bungachoco's Catnap not going to find anything as Playtoy's looking pretty hardcore for the Brig, but the kills all in Fallen Angel's favor, and they're going to continue to push this bot, eyeing the first checkpoint. On the edge of my seat, John, bro, you better be on the edge of your seat. You know how many map 7s we get in Overwatch? We don't get this ever, I swear. We got it like last night though, too. Nino just going to get wheeled out of here by the Jetpack Cat. Cage out from Playtoys. This Catch throws the Ray into this, free the Blade, but all the kills are Mouse5 in the kill feed. Sliding up blue, Kree trades one, and Nino going to fall as well, but Mouse5 looks like they're winning this one out pretty hardcore, but wait, pop Bootchop and Kree combining for some pretty massive kills here. Ender on the Pharah, and suddenly this isn't so one. But still in Fallen Angel's favor, and they're going to continue to start accruing progress here. And Mouse5, I mean, they put together a formula to win that team fight. They just didn't execute on it perfectly, and now Fallen Angel is going to continue to get some car progress here. Kind of an interesting turn of events. Now Nino in the Bastion form turn. Looking for damage. Bootchop going to fall so low, and this Malga going to be forced to get out. Has the cage available. Bungachoco the Catnap. Playtoy's gonna get stuck in this cage. Pulse bomb finds 2 for Martian, the Tracer player, finding 3 on the fight on map 7 here. 4 for Martian. And Fallen Angel's gonna extend this lead to 100+ meters. Doomsday mode for Mouse5, trying to find any sort of momentum. Should have ults coming online before Fallen Angels, but still need to take the time to build them here. Martian is on the prowl here. Looking for Dez potentially, but Gage kind of gets messed up here, and this Tracer player going to have all his cooldowns forced pretty early. Now, maybe an opportunity for Mouse5 to do something here. Bootchop on the bot. Both Malgaes come out. Bungachoco using the Catnap here doesn't actually find anything as Dez falls early. Fallen Angels, they might try to win the game here. Benji uses the rally. It's just Nino and Bungachoco left. This Bastion trying to get out, isn't able to. Ender falls, and Mouse5 should have one more contest here. They're going to have the Curie Rush for it, but the respawns are staggered pretty hard. No DPS here. Playtoys on the point, trying to stay alive here. Blade out from Kree, putting it all into the Malga with the amped healing from the Rush. Gonna keep Playtoys alive as Nino finds a kill onto Benji. Playtoys falls, but with Catch dead and the Bastion coming out here, Mouse5 should be able to hold on here. Kree falls, beats Pete, uses the barrage, but Fallen Angels They've done so much already. They're at 143 meters. Mouse5 are going to have to mount a generational comeback to get back into this series. An 140-meter gap. That is quite the deficit for Mouse5 to work through here, but if there is any team in this league that can do it, it is them. Catch has the Juno Ray, and Dez finds the early kill on the Juno himself. No backline now available for Fallen Angels, and Mouse5, they're going to get together a fight win here. It takes the cage, but a fight win nonetheless. Catch held onto this Juno Ray. Bootchop has his own cage to work with here, and Mouse5 to finally start accruing a little bit more meterage. Bootchop uses the cage. I thought Playtoys actually used the shift at a good time, but not going to be good enough. And this ult investment from Fallen Angels going to lead to a fight win here. I mean, they could happily overinvest in ults, in my opinion, right? You have to only win basically a few team fights to win this game. Fallen Angel is going to get this one back around the corner. You know, in the Bastion turret, looking for kills. Benji falling very, very low, but going to be able to survive. All of Fallen Angel's backline has kind of been forced, though. Bucket Chunko going to use the catnap. Going to pull Catch off the map. Playtoys, though, does go down to the pulse bomb of Martian, but Ender able to clean up Benji. Does fall himself, and it's a 3v3 now. Bootchop and the DPS versus Nino and Bucket Chunko, and it looks like Fallen Angels going to light up this kill feed here. Wow. Going to light up this kill feed here. They still have the blade in the bank. Recontest available here for Mouse5, and honestly, Fallen Angels is just probably going to let this one go to take a fight in a more favorable position. And you're probably going to have to find something with this pulse bomb. Every ult matters for Mouse5 right now. Playtoys going to start walking in here. Bootchop counter engage, trying to mitigate the effects of the Mouse5 Malga. And it's going to be the blade rally out for Fallen Angels. Dez uses the Curie Rush. Has not been able to find anything yet, though, but Martian is going to get traded here, so Mouse5 can get into this. 2 for Dez. This Curie starting to turn up pretty hardcore, making 3 for the Curie player. When Mouse5 needed the most in this fight on the cart, Bootchop going to find one onto Nino, looking for Bunka Chunko, but this Jetpack Cat should survive here. And Mouse5 once again going to find a fight win in their own spawn. Need to try and build some sort of momentum to bring this one back. Bootchop has the cage. Catch coming up on another Juno Ray. The ult economy for Fallen Angels really starting to come up as well here. Nino taking an early turn on the Bastion, and Catch falls. That's one good way to start us off here. No longer a Juno Ray available. We'll see if Fallen Angels want to recontest into this or not. The cage is going to come out from Playtoys as well just to secure this fight win. Martian and Bootchop both fall here. Time coming off the clock, but a fight win nonetheless. Mouse5, they're going to have to win this one in OT. No matter what happens, just simply not enough time left in the game. They're going to have to play perfectly from here on out, and they're walking into some pretty massive ults from Fallen Angels. The Cage Ray is just so strong here. This might be on Ender to find a kill. Kree going to take a lot of early damage, able to stay alive. Mouse5, they're really starting to get a lot of card space here. Fallen Angels finally going to make their move, and Nino has to use his Bastion ult here to stay alive, but get cut down nonetheless through it all. And ults are available for Fallen Angels if they want to use them, but honestly might not need to here. Playtoys trades Benji, but it's going to be all Mouse5 can really find in this fight. Pulse from Martian, a little bit overkill, but now someone probably has to find a way to recontest this for Mouse5. I mean, big trade for Ender out the door, but do Nino and Bunka Chunko even make it back to the point? And they don't. And Fallen Angels are going to squeak out a 7-map 4-3 victory to become your expert Season 8 champions, man. What a series, what a season, and a big congrats to this entire team, man. Holy cow. And man, I mean, what a way to play grand finals, dude. 7 maps. I didn't even know if you were gonna get there, dude. I was like, holy cow. They've played it perfectly. They've gotten here. And Mouse5, they were on match point for 2 games, but they just couldn't get it over the edge on these last 2 maps. Map 6 came down to the literal wire in this map. Fallen Angels executed perfectly on. And yeah, I mean, you can't speak enough for this series, dude. It was just masterful. It was a masterclass from all levels. I'm going to see if anyone wants to interview once again from this Fallen Angels team. Let me go ahead and start throwing my DMs, bro. Where is he? Where is Mr. Catchman at? But I'm going to go ahead and give a player of the match, I think. I have to think about it. This one is really hard. We watched 7 maps of Overwatch. There was a lot of insane play. And everyone really did have their ups and downs. It felt like Martian had an insane series. Bootchop had an insane series. And honestly, I don't really know where to go to this one. I just don't know. Like, you could give it to any player on this team. The whole season, they've all been so good. And I'm still thinking about it. Like, I really don't know who to give this one to. And I think I might just have to land on Bootchop, man. I mean, he was so good this series, the backline. I was thinking about a support player. But Bootchop is just insane. He's just the greatest of all time. Like, what can you say? This guy on Malga, in the Malga meta, gets it done, wins 4 out of 6 of his maps, and he played a monster series, dude. You got to give him all the love in the world. Bootchop is a menace. Just graduated from high school as well, by the way. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Bootchop here, man. He is just so insane. It is ridiculous, bro. Gonna get an interview in as well. Waiting for Kree to get into the server so I can drag into the call. Go ahead and set that interview scene up. But yeah, what a series here. But Mouse5, I mean, you can't be too upset, right? They secure the Masters slot, and they do advance to Masters anyway, but what a match by Fallen Angels. And I will be pulling Kree in for an interview. Mr. Kree, what is up, brother?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Discord's audio is working, so I do not have to redo the interview today. That's so sick. On accident.
Oh my god.
But
bro.
how about that series? How about that? Let's go. First question, how does it feel to win it in 7? Would you want it any other way?
Feel insane, bro. Dude, we walked into Cervasa and we were just like, yo, we're bored of this shit. So let's give it our all, boys. Let's just win it. And we're like, nah, being Benji, we're like, nah, we're gonna win this. Nah, and it actually came through. Like, as we saw, like, the maps coming in on Cervasa, the pieces were falling together. Like, I think they're Cat C9, man. Nah,
C9
I literally shouted so hard. No, I think it was like the second cap from us. One of them C9'd. There's like 2 C9s in that map. I shouted so hard on that point. Like, one of my roommates like started knocking on my door, bro. I was like, oh shit. But yeah.
No, dude, this is like literally like maybe one of the most insane series that we've had in Expert like ever, dude. That was insane. Like, you can't ask for much more than a map 7 grand final. And I'm sure it feels so much better to win it in 7 than it would to win it in 4, right? You got to walk the longest road. You got to walk the hardest road. You guys walked it, man. What a lower bracket run, by the way. I don't think that's talked about enough. You guys got eliminated pretty early. Who did you guys lose to in the winners bracket again? I look, you forget.
Mouse5. It was Mouse5.
You lost to Mouse5.
Yeah,
so the revenge game in grand finals, it means probably the world to you guys, and I am so happy. Both teams. I love both teams so much. I mean, I didn't really care who won, but yes, what a series. And I personally, I went and I gave Bootchop my MVP, but I'm gonna give you the opportunity to give out your MVP. It can be yourself, any of your teammates, whatever you want.
Okay, my MVP. Yo, it's cliche, but it's got to be the whole team, man. Like,
boo.
Nah, we were all like,
it's okay.
nah, every one of us was literally like playing our part, and none of us gave up. Like, even when it was like 3-2, and they have the cap action, we don't have any bans. Like, we were boomed, but we all just, you know, clutched. Like, we all did our thing, and I don't think we would have won with it. Like, if you placed any one of our players, I don't think we would have won that. So yeah, I gotta say that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Martian was insane though, of course. Yeah, and Bouchard was insane too.
Oh, yeah, Bootchop is insane. Like, let's not act any
Like
different.
that.
I've given him so many MVPs because I've just
Yeah.
naturally had to do so many of your guys' games. I've watched that guy play. I did not know ball at the start of the season either. I was like, who the fuck is Bootchop? Like, I know
Yeah.
so much now, dude. That guy is
No, like
obviously crazy.
that play on Runasafi, like if you saw when it was me and Bouchop like in their spawn, yo, our team was like, just die. And I was like, nah, we're killing them all, bro. And me and Bouchop just literally like 2v4 like in their spawn. It was insane.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, and so coming into this match, obviously you've played at Mouse5 before. What did the prep look like? Obviously you had to play a series yesterday, so you didn't have too much time to prep. And I talked to Catch after your Friday win. He said you guys do not skimp on the prep after whatever game you lost in the regular season. That I forget he said. But what does the prep look like for you guys, especially on such like a short time notice for a match?
Yeah, I mean, low key, we had like, in terms of like playing against Cap Action, we had like literally zero prep. Like, we didn't even play it in the warm up. We knew they were gonna play it. Like, we knew what comps they were gonna play. Like, obviously, they wanted to play like Bastion, Cat, and Maga, you know. And so we knew that, and like we plan to just like use those bands and try to get the wins and like start the series off strong because we know like I don't know, we have a very high chance to like gap them off that Cat Bastion. Like, they're good on the Cat Bastion, but I don't know. I just feel like yeah off it, we're pretty solid. So we wanted to get the wins out early. And then yeah, it was pretty much just that. We didn't like actually play against Cap Bastion very often. And still this day, like we still kind of just, just do what we like just do shit on the spot, like innovate. We don't like even know like the exact plan into that comp, but we just did our thing and we won it all. Yeah.
What is there any innovating that happened like mid-series today?
Uh, yeah, I mean, like, just kill everyone,
Oh, that was the
Like, we're
innovation.
playing, we're like playing Genji Tracer, and they're playing, you know what I mean? Like, like, I don't know, that's insane to me.
No,
that,
you
like,
guys winning on Genji Tracer throughout the
yeah.
season, by the way, is something that impressed me so much. I'm like a big like double like flex hater at times. And you guys
Yeah.
like just like shit took my opinion and like put it in a fucking locker like all season long, bro. It was so ridiculous. Like it actually changed like how I looked at it. I was like, Jesus, dude, these guys are just fucking menaces. But of course, you guys had to play 7 maps, and as the series goes on, I think in even like a first to 3, the map bans get really really scarce pretty quickly, right? What were you guys thinking about like when you were banning like in map 6 and 7? Like
Yeah.
not a lot of
So,
bans
I
available,
don't,
right?
yeah, so, yeah, I think they banned Genji in map 6, yeah, and then so I was just like, Nanta wasn't here, he had like a nice, like dinner or something he had to go to, like, couldn't miss it. And so, and then Nancy joined the call, and he was like back, and but like, we're all in it. And so I just like, fuck you, just let me stay Reaper. And then so we just banned Kiriko because honestly, I don't know if you saw during that map, we just kept on like literally, if you saw me like just running down that Ana, like TPing out of nowhere and just like legit like full aiming and like dodging her sleeps and everything. So yeah, we planned to ban the Kiriko. And then the last map, like honestly, we had no bans that like
Yeah.
I thought we had no bans that are like good for them, so we just banned the Ana because they played the previous map, even though they definitely wanted to prefer the Kiriko. You know what I mean? Uh, but yeah, so that was like the only real ban we could do that like I don't know that they could potentially play. So yeah, like yeah.
All right. So obviously you both teams were already auto qualified to Masters, right? So do you think this match meant more to you than the previous one, the one that gave you guys the auto qual, or would you say that the auto qual match was kind of like the one that mattered a lot? Because I was kind of debating in the pregame, like, are these teams like,
Yeah.
how much do they care, right? Because obviously you're playing for the money
Yeah.
for the first place, right? But they've kind of both like secured the real goods, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I think it was like a low key like they beat us in upper bracket. So I think we all really wanted to, and they did it on the Cat Bastion, and like I think we all really want like even though yesterday is arguably more important of a match, right, to auto call for Masters, and that was really amazing. But like today, like we all just like I don't know, like just losing to Cat Bastion and uppers like so early on when like as you predicted, like you thought we'd win it all straight from upper bracket.
did I actually have that?
Like yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Sweet.
Yeah. But we lost the upper bracket like pretty early, and like people were typing a boot chop. Not gonna lie, no, not gonna mention names, but someone in ranked literally spoke to this guy and said, "Yo, you lost to Mouse5," like trying to shit talk him, like nah. And so like I don't know, like this match is just like a personal like we wanted to get revenge, like and really show that we're something special in that we can beat the meta on like Genji Tracer. You know what
No,
I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Playing what you're
Definitely.
good at is obviously like I think every like season in expert it definitely gets proven that like playing what you're comfortable at and what you're good at is like the move and not like
Yeah.
trapping yourself into a meta. So it's kind of nice to see a team that wasn't playing Cat Bastion like take it all, I guess. But obviously, you guys, I assume everyone's sticking it out for the next season, right? No random team blow
Yeah.
up, right? You're gonna be in Masters, and obviously not every Masters team is locked in right now. But out of the ones you know that are going to be in Masters next season, is there one that you want to play against the most?
Uh, Low key, I haven't thought about the teams and masters. Like I just low key just locked in on this
No, you're good.
season,
Yeah, makes sense.
But I don't know. Maybe like just some personal vendetta stuff with I think it's called JVFC, like one
Oh,
of the
okay. Fallen
players on their
Destiny, X Fallen
team.
Destiny. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
got
like
you. That's a good one. They're gonna be
you
in there
know,
next season.
like
I was thinking like Vivacity as well because you guys kind of play like
yeah,
similar
that
styles.
that would be really fun to like duke it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like that with that those players. They're very talented. Like we had like help from Zay this season, and he really got us to lock in, and he would like refer to them sometimes, saying like, "Why do you think this team is like so good?" And like that team is very talented, and yeah, that'll be for sure a very nice match to play out next season for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And that's gonna exhaust my questions that I have formulated in my
Right.
head. But do you have anything else that you want to say to the stream? Anything you want to say to anybody who
Yeah,
could be watching specific or something like that?
yeah. I just wanted to say like I made this team like at like me, Bouchop and Martian kind of got robbed of last season because of like whatever, like some big scandals, and we kind of like got robbed of it. And then we made this team out of the blue, like we wanted us to be the core, and I was like recruiting people like Nick Fury, bro, and I barely got like Catch and Benji right before expert quals and Nyanza, and we like got second place, almost won extra qual, whatever we called, and like just really goes to show how, like if you have a vision, and you really stick to it, like you'll like it's definitely achievable, like if you like the universe, I swear the universe senses like good intentions, and they
Yeah.
reward you for it. Like we got robbed, like it feels so good, like me, Buchop and Martian getting robbed of last season. Like if I don't know if you know about that, but
Not really.
yeah, yeah, and then we just win it this season. Like it's just the best feeling in the world. I'm really proud of like everyone so much. And then I want to say one last thing, like this on our Runasapi, I played a previous expert qual and we won it all, and we beat the Dilducks. I don't know if you heard about the Dilducks losing. Supposedly they were drunk or something, but we still beat them, and they were like some of their players were like going to Twitter like upset, so whatever. But I wore LA Glad's Overwatch 2 Genji skin on that map, on that same exact map, and we beat the Dilducks on there. And so I just had to put that shit back on, bro. And,
Yeah.
like when I did that, like I knew it was GG. I can't lie.
That's good. That's good,
Like,
bro.
come on, like yeah,
All right, well, thank you so much for taking the time to do an interview. Congrats so much on the win as well. You guys deserve it. You guys were an awesome team to cast all season, and
yeah.
I cannot wait to do some Masters casts with you guys next season
Yeah.
as well. Those are going to be so fun.
Sure.
But congrats once again, and you are free to go.
Yeah. Thank you so much, man. You did so much for the season, and it was really awesome. Thank you, man.
No worries, dude. I enjoyed it. But yes, thank you so much for the interview. And I will take us back over to single cam. Wow, what a series! I mean, it lived up to everything. I mean, you can hear it in Kree's voice, right? It means a lot to him, and sometimes like I love hearing that passion from players. It makes my job way easier, like knowing how much people care about getting the win and stuff like that. So. Yeah, I love hearing the emotion and the passion from the players. That's what keeps me going. It's not about the views or the money or anything. This obviously is technically the last cast of the season 8 season. I will try to do promotion relegation, but technically this is the end of the season. So I'm gonna do a little bit longer of a post game because I've been locked in all season long. I'm not gonna try and make it too long, but like I never really thought that we would ever be at a point where we're hitting like 154 viewers on a grand final. Like that is so ridiculous, bro. Like it's been a lot to see everyone like all the positive comments and stuff for everyone like messing with me and stuff, and like even over the course of the season, like I've been trying to do like stuff consistently, like on Twitter, like platforming players after a game and like platforming the teams and stuff. Because like expert and masters, there's so many good matches that no one cares about or is interested in at all. And I don't know, like I was just really passionate about it, and I just wanted to like get involved and like do my thing, and like the welcomeness from the community was so awesome. I think it's hard as like someone who isn't super involved, and especially Masters and like a lot of the top expert scene, like it's really like intimidating to get involved. But you know, once I kind of got like the foot forward and I did some of those like big games early, like specifically like Team Z Exo is like a big like turning point, right? That's when like a lot more people like got tapped in and like really messed with me in my streams. So that was like obviously super important. But even those early expert games that I did, like Mouse5, the Spa, like you guys, I'll always mess with you guys, bro. And I never want to stop doing expert, even if I get 1,000 viewers a stream. I will always do expert, bro. It is my favorite thing in the world. And yeah, it just means a lot that you guys have supported me so much this season. I want to continue to do more. I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna stop. I want to do off-season events. I see there's like SPCS, if you know about that, they're operating up co-streamer applications. I want to do some of that. I want to do the Dildux tourney. I want to do the FPLC pugs. Like I want to keep going, bro. I love doing this so much. But it is only possible because of the passion from the players, from the teams. And everyone caring about the scene, I guess, kind of as a whole. So thank you guys so much for the support and the success. I will not milk myself too much. As always, join the Discord if you want to stay connected and want to talk about all things FaceIt. I'm going to do an award show sometime before the start of next season, hopefully. I still have to make the graphics, but keep an eye out for a tweet about that. There are there's 3 all-star teams and 2 individual awards that I have up for nomination that I've already planned out. So keep an eye out for that. I think it's going to be a really fun thing. And stay tapped in on Twitter if you just want to see the games I do and want to just, you know, pop in if there's a game you like that I'm casting. But besides that, guys, it has been an awesome time. I'm going to bounce. It's been a long night. We've been live for 2 minutes and like 2 hours, like 3 hours already. Jesus, guys. Like, you guys dragged this one out, but I wouldn't miss it for the world. And thank you guys so much for the support. Make sure you send love to all of the co-casters that we had over the season as well. I do not do this alone. I have people that it's way easier when I have people come on. So shout out Amigo, shout out Keller, shout out Taco, and shout out Jackson, who all appeared over the course of the season, especially Taco and Amigo, who are my boys who did it with me at the very start when I was literally like 3 viewers, whatever, you know what I mean? So besides that, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you in promotion relegation. Bye-bye.